There was a guidebook that like said it plain as day directly to the south of the house, but at no point in the time does the quest go to the south. And people are like, yeah, this is the time of day where you had to look around. I'm like, this is how you do. No, shut up. Fuck you. You wouldn't have done that. No one would have done that.
Well, you didn't think to talk to the random PC you've never met
17-year-old me
before?
would have been like, look, 17-year-old me was happy enough to play Ragnarok, uppercut the pouring, and grab the fucking card. There is nothing else.
Well, this is a hell of a time that we're live.
Right?
Yeah.
That was the way we started, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we're live. We're live. Okay. Hey, what's up? Hey, Mr. Sabotage Your Own Career here. Thank you very much for being here to this wonderful day of D&D.
Oh, no.
It only went on like a second ago.
Yeah, all they heard was Ragnarok Online, uppercut.
Oh, that's all they heard? Oh, sweet. My secret's safe with me then.
We'll
and you all take it to your graves!
Aye, aye, Captain.
You goddamn well bet.
No, rat you out.
No offense, Rabbit.
Of course you will. You'd be the first one.
Something about crunchitize me, Captain, in church.
Yes. Crunchy church.
Oh, Lord.
Do they worship the captain, or do they worship the cereal?
You decide.
What
No,
if we
it's
worship
just
the
Jesus
crunch?
Christ cross-played as Captain Crunch.
Crunchy church.
No, when I hear Crunchy Church, I'm just imagining, like, dry cereal as the communion.
Oh, you boy.
Oh.
You just put those little crackers that they do for communion in the milk. There you go.
Random fact I just found out.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know there's a new Wonka movie coming out?
There's a new what now?
A new Willy Wonka movie's coming out.
Why though?
I don't know. It's Timothy Chalamet, and he looks okay.
Why?
You don't need it. They just did a Tim Burton one.
Yeah.
That was like 10 years ago they did that?
Don't.
I know, I
say
feel
it
old,
was that.
Caitlin, I'm sorry.
No.
It doesn't matter. It's not gonna be as good as the original. The Gene Wilder is just
never.
Himself.
Yeah.
It's Gene Wilder. You can't beat him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no one can beat Gene Wilder, man.
I just feel like at this point they're just like, okay, every few generations we have to show the children that we're willing to torture them for candy.
Wait,
what are they? Show the children intro to Saw.
Wait, what are they rebooting? What's going on?
Charlie's Factory.
Oh. No, it's not Saw. It's baby's first fetish film. Jesus Christ, get it together, people.
I mean,
we need to figure out
you never know.
We need to figure out how he met the Oompa Loompas. That's why.
If it wasn't for Willy Wonka, we would have never had inflation. Okay.
I mean, how do you argue with that?
It is hard to argue with.
Flashback to Violet and Charlie and Grandpa just floating up to the ceiling. Oh no.
The right. Oh yeah, I say inflation. You think of Charlie and his grandpa. No, they didn't inflate. They floated. Violet is the one that everybody was. No, that was weird.
I know.
Weird. It was the 70s, and then you could just hear like a British announcer going, and it was suddenly when Carl found out he was the most deviant of all.
It's so weird having a fetish conversation that doesn't involve Citric.
Oh, Citric's in on this? Oh, good. Hey, bring me and him and somebody who's uncomfortable. We will go ahead and put the fear of God in that man.
Oh yes, no, trust me. Me and Citric have had some fun time just being like, so hentai, indeed, let's expound.
All you need to do is get straight.
When I was in college, me and two of my friends, Baz and Joel, we'd play a game where we would just call it Fetish Chicken, where we would just go ahead and try to one-up each other on the most fucked up, depraved fetishes we can find on the internet until two other people went, okay, no, that's fucked up. That's too much. Baz won every single week. I do not know. Dude, he probably had to uninstall his browser every fucking time we played this game.
Clear browser history. Are you sure? Yes.
No, don't, not just clear browser history. Uninstall the whole fucking thing. Restart the computer. Go into the cache. Delete the folder it was in. Like,
You know what? Just throw the
After you
computer out the
reset every
window.
single
Set it
time.
on fire.
yeah, just pour. He had a macro that his wife wrote for him that did it automatically.
That's a good relationship right there.
Really
Turn
is.
off your computer and make sure it powers down. Drop it in.
Here,
a
honey, let me
43
hide your
football
shame
in the
for
ground.
you.
She said it was she said it was a program she wrote that was equivalent of dipping his computer in alcohol. I was like, why? And he said, because you and Joel affect me like this. And then we were both quiet in the IRC. This is way back in IRC. And then Joel was like, hey, can you give me that program though? Like,
I want to one up you for once.
Mm-hmm.
And it never happened.
oh my God. It was, no, but like Willy Wonka is, God, no one can say that was not patient zero of inflation porn like that. not a soul.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Fetish History with Hey Mr. Rabbit here on twitch.tv/BurnoutVon. How you guys doing?
Oh, you know.
I'm going to turn it into something kind of more wholesome. Like, speaking of Gene Wilder, I was watching Young Frankenstein. That movie still holds up.
I
Yeah,
love Young Frankenstein. It's one of my
yeah.
favorite movies. And I was
Hello,
about to...
handsome. Huh?
Love it when he says that, like, he starts looking at her like, what? Is there someone else in here?
My favorite part of there's so many parts of that movie I love, but like one of my favorite bits is every time they say Frau Lucker and then you hear me, like that's one of my favorites.
One of my favorites is the abnormal brain.
And no, my favorite bit is put the candle back. Okay, listen to me very carefully. Do not put the candle back.
There are two of that movie that get me every single time. And it's the beginning when he's lecturing the students and he accidentally stabs himself with a scalpel and just
Yeah.
class is dismissed. And then the second one is when they're playing darts.
Yeah.
He throws a dart, you hear a cat.
Well.
Those are like the two that no one really talk about, but it's still like really fucking hilarious.
Alright. Well, I just realized I need more drinks, so I'll continue the preamble. I just go take care of that real quick.
Alright.
Now,
So-
here's a question, Rabbit. Have you watched any of the classic Marx Brothers movies?
Yes, my favorite is Duck Soup.
Ooh, my
Duck
favorite.
Soup is good.
I watched that movie when I was 6 years old. It's one of my favorite movies. It's also one of my favorite movies to watch when I'm sick.
Oh yeah, my favorite would have to be Horse Feathers, which I still say is the best football movie ever made.
Yes, that one's good. A Day at the Races is also fucking hilarious.
Oh
The
yeah.
contract scene gets me every time.
Yeah. Oh
When it flows out, then there's a side path, and then it just flows down.
no, my favorite contract scene is the one from A Night at the Opera where they're just going through it. Okay, we don't even need this. Just rip it off.
Yeah.
I love how you just accidentally named two Queen tracks or albums.
I mean, where do you think they got the idea from it? This is
I
volleyball.
know that's
talking.
actually they actually came out and said yeah we were watching Marx Brothers because Freddie liked Marx Brothers and that's how we came up with the idea for the album names.
Neat.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome
Okay.
back.
Welcome back.
Oh, any other points of order we should discuss before we dive into the session proper?
Dare you ask that question of me?
I mean, I had a
bet
thought
you
I was
don't
trying to
know.
get out, but it's not important.
Oh,
So,
Oh,
well,
I just went to the live scene and saw Rabbit's picture.
Yeah.
notice.
Oh shit! Oh, I forgot to shift it over. Oh, that's Mr. Scoops.
Mr. Scoops.
Oh
That's
no, I
Scoops.
Hey, what happened?
2 scoops.
That's Scoop Cat.
Hey, I'm happy I got to see Scoop Cat. That was great.
I mean, it's a natural evolution of Cheese Cat.
It's better than over the weekend when I was playing in my other game where I am trying to unravel the vast owl conspiracy, so every player before the game switched all their icons to be owls.
Conspiracy. Meanwhile, just Hooties in the corner. Hoot hoot!
You boys see these owls?
I
I'm
can't
sure
say
you
yes.
that everyone hasn't been replaced by owls.
The first thing you need is forbidden knowledge. Like, that's my moment. I love it. The voice actor deadass said, "Yeah, I was just doing an impression of Crackhead Mickey, and they liked it."
Oh yeah! And now I'll be scarred for the rest of my life. Hoot hoot!
You know, Robot brings up a very good point. The Court of Owls is everywhere.
Yes, I know. Apparently they're in game too. And I was right! Hashtag Vaughn was right was a thing.
It's a, the
Can we
Court of
get-
Owls, my favorite
Can we
Batman
get this
story,
trending?
not the Dark
Yes,
Knight.
yes, please God.
Start the trend, folks. Hashtag Vaughn was right.
Oh,
Vaughn
Lord.
was correct.
I was gonna say, yeah, Bob was right. Praise Crunch Jesus.
All
Can we
right,
just
well,
make that our raid message at the end of the session? Hashtag Vaughn was right.
Say Vaughn was right. There we go.
Hashtag
Like, it doesn't give anything away. Perfect.
all right. Well, how about we start up since we're all good and ready?
Alright, I think that is a very good point.
I'm chuffed, pluffed, and ready to scrump. Let's go. Oh yeah, it's big brain jungle hours.
Mhm. Welcome, one and all, to session 27 of Chult of Personality. When last we left our expeditioneers, Zeno, the half-elf sorcerer, Dan, the half-elf witch, Elise, the wood-elf ranger fighter, Enoch, the human warlock, Wick, the squashly cleric, and our newfound ally in Tyrant Bane, the Minotaur paladin. The expeditionaries met with the majority of the Sunblades of Dapaka, the order to which Tyrant Bane belongs. After much discussion of the Order's hopes to reclaim Omu, whilst regaling the many possible roadblocks to attain those goals, the party was confronted by the forces of the Arcane Brotherhood, eager to take the puzzle cubes in the party's possession. The Brotherhood instead was given almost no quarter. The wizards vanished to escape, whilst the remaining forces were captured by the Whilst the remaining forces were captured to be politely but firmly escorted from Omu. And as they were left off, the party was able to reclaim another puzzle cube in which the wizards had parlayed in their possible freedom. There it is. The party then made their way to the Shrine of Ankh. And after slaying some hidden guests inside and spending copious amounts of time considering all options, the party secured the key needed to obtain Ankh's puzzle cube, bringing their total to 7 obtained thus far. What lies in store with the 2 remaining shrines and the cubes therein? Let's find out.
Okay, but since you said politely yet firmly asked to leave, now I can't get Tyrant Bane as Hank Hill out of my head.
I was gonna say, like, the cows were polite, but they had their swords stuck right to the backs of everyone that was what they were following.
The entire time, the other Minotaurs who followed you was just the other 2 Minotaurs just looked vaguely like Dale and Boomhauer. You get back, and the Minotaur greets you as Bill, going, "Hey, Tyrant Bane, good to see you."
Hey, Tyrant Bane.
You know that in the back of the minds of the remaining guys. I don't attempt it, but do you think we can take them? No, damn it! You don't want them to kill us.
Minotaurs are no joke.
They are not jokes. Like, we've seen you in action.
They wanted their steak well done. They deserved what they got.
All right. So, as the party begins to leave out from the Shrine of Ankh with the puzzle cube in hand, where do you wish to travel to next?
So there's 2 left, am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. There's the one surrounded by lava, and there's the one at the end of the promenade.
Well, let's go to the easier one then first.
The one in where's the promenade? I keep forgetting what a promenade is or looks like.
Right there.
I
The
might
end of
also-
this little.
I was about to say, I might also be misusing the word. I've been watching too much Deep Space Nine recently.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Good show.
I love that show. That show.
I haven't seen any Star Trek in a long time. Actually, I probably need to fix that.
They're on Netflix still.
No, they're not.
Are they?
Well,
I thought
depends
they
on.
were somewhere else.
Oh, they aren't.
Dep-
Oh,
Depends
no.
on which ones. But anyway.
Yes.
Anyway, I
Um.
mean, the
hmm.
lava one is closer technically, and I could ferry people over with the broom. I mean, not everyone. And the Tyrant Bane, how much do you weigh? Because I think the broom can only handle a certain amount of weight.
Hold on.
Well, game. I think we've had he's flown before.
No, I haven't had Tyrant Bane on the broom yet.
Yeah, I think you were talking about when he first met. He was basically just flying up trying to signal the rest of the Sunblades. I remember that. That was
Well,
about as close as he got to
If
flying.
I was to weigh it, probably. Not really sure what weight is. I'm big, mighty. What was it? We had this game where we found an old scale and we decided to see how many stones we could put on the other side. I was one of the biggest at 29 stones.
It sounds like a lot of stones.
I mean,
I pulled up a converter. It's 410 pounds, converts to 29 stones.
ah. I don't think I'd be able to take you over on the broom. It can only hold a certain amount of weight, and I don't want to risk it over the pool of lava.
I can find it. I know an easy test we could try.
All right.
Just put the broomstick in my hand. Let me see. Am I saying it right? A broomstick? Is that what that is?
Yes, but I need to be part of the test because it only works if I'm the one who says the command word.
Oh, easy. This will be easier. Okay, so I'll grab this part of a stick. You grab that part of a stick, and we lift it above our heads, and you say the word.
All right.
And we'll see if it
Damage
floats.
taken moments before disaster.
So, above game, it can hold up to 400 pounds.
This is gonna be fun for you.
Dan will hold the broom, we'll hold it above our heads, and he will say, Josephine, and we'll see what happens.
All right, so above game, guys, just combined weights.
Well, Dan is 150.
I am 410 pounds.
Yep, the broom does not take off, even with the Tyrant Bane holding onto it.
The broom somehow actually sputters like an engine.
You hear an arcane roar as it struggles and tries to get off, but it doesn't really.
And we'll stop it. All right, confirmed. Cannot take Tyrant Bane onto the broom.
I have an option.
Well, if we can't take everyone, plus it would be a lot longer for you to go and come back. Maybe 3 of us go.
Wick slowly
Or-
raises his hand.
We don't even know if there is, a path yet. We haven't seen it.
That's true. Orvex kind of chimes in. We could check the other side, or we could check and see how close it is from the other side towards the shrine.
I mean, I
Well-
could also take someone on the broom and we could scout that way.
Me next.
We have been known to go ahead and do hunting and scavenging parties around that area. Do a check of some kind
All right.
to note whether or not my people have found a way over to Lava Pillar Island over there.
Let's see.
Whether it's a series of pulleys, a rope, a bridge, a series of oddly hoof-shaped handholds.
Let's see. Make an intelligence check.
Why do you do this to me? Why do you go ahead
Intelligence
consistently-
is a call, Robert.
He's a himbo. He thinks 2 + 2 = chair. Let's go.
Right.
14.
Well, that ain't bad.
14. You don't recall any of your companions making their way over there.
No, as far as I'm concerned, nobody has really. We've done things we've done things from time to time around the edge. Like we've normally, if I can see your map, we've seen here. Nice stuff there. Fell asleep there one time. But nothing quite like we found a way over there. Which is a shame. We'd like to explore that and see if there's anything. Something powerful must have happened for that to happen to that place.
Would you guys have at least gauged the distance between the cliff sides?
It's far more than any of us could leap. That's more than any of us could really go ahead and account for.
You should go check it out. We're gonna pass there anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Or else we have to go. I mean,
And though we do have our fair bit of spellcasters here and there, none of us have really found anything around here to go ahead and help us fly. It's the only way we've really thought.
Well, I'll say you're having this conversation as you're making your way over towards this ridge over here, and as you guys make your way through the ruins and wind up over here, you look over at the gap, and as Tyrant Baines hypothesized, it is indeed wider than it would be for a normal jump over there. However, the shortest distance between the ridge where you're standing and to where the shrine is sitting is about 60 feet.
Well, Zeno, let's do a quick scout around and see if we can find any easy way across, and if not, I guess I'll just start ferrying some people, and we'll have to figure out who's going to the island, or some way to get Tyrant Bane along with us to the other side.
well, game. How many feet of rope do we have each?
It'd be 50. It's sold in things of 50.
Because if it's 60 feet, we can just use 4 ropes and basically make a drop like a tightrope type bridge. Be dangerous, but it'd be something we could try.
That actually sounds like a pretty good idea, Zeno. Orvex chimes in.
We could also make a zip line of some kind with that same logic.
Here, Elise. Let me give you this rope. Tie it to an arrow and see if you can hit the other side.
Well, why don't we just carry it when they fly over?
Yeah, I could very easily do that too.
We have the tools. We may as well utilize them.
Yes.
My suggestion would be try to just fly over there, see if you can find like a tree or something that's decently high enough that maybe I can at least get an arrow onto it, and then maybe we can find something on this side and try to create like some sort of a, like I said, some sort of a zip line or something we can potentially use to cross.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
All right.
So I'm gonna above game have at least give me per rope, tie the two of them together, get on the broom with Dan and go to the other side.
Okay. For tying the knot on this side of the chasm, who wants to do it for the? I guess for the point of order, What method do you guys want to go with? Do you want to go with the 2 zip lines, one from each side, or do you want to make the 2-rope bridge?
I would go with the rope bridge because I'm pretty sure we're on the exact same elevation. Just looks like this path collapsed.
Yeah.
I mean, if we find like a really high tree, we could potentially make the zip line, but the bridge might still be a better idea.
I clicked the wrong button on my program. Whoopsie.
Oh.
I was actually about to say, like, oh no, we lost Reddit.
I am so sorry.
That's
You're
okay,
fine. We're
dude.
just
Alright.
figuring out bridge versus zip line. I'm for bridge because, like I said, we could hope for a tree. I think just doing a straight line would also be easier.
The only concern with bridge is with the zip line, it's pretty easy to go across, but with the rope bridge, it relies on someone's ability to cross a tight rope, basically.
I mean,
Unless it's a really thick rope.
I mean, we've got more than enough people to have 2 things, so you do 2 of those ropes, one slightly higher than the other. So while they're on the tightrope portion, they also have a handhold that they can hold on to.
Here's another thing I
You're
just
driving
realized.
that.
Tightrope would be a better option because zipline's only one way.
Yeah.
It's true.
Unless we find a short part and there's a tree that's tall enough, but that's more work than I'm willing to put in.
And I don't think we've got the rope for it. The closest tree is right behind us, and that's like 200 or so feet away.
And I don't
Is
suppose
it 200 or is it because this map is huge? I thought you said it was 60. Milla.
It's
Well, no, I mean the
yeah,
tree
shortest
specifically.
Gap, yeah, well, the shortest gap from there is 60 feet. But Orvex thinks about it for a bit. He says, "I'm supposed to if you would have pythons or a hammer to stick them in, that could probably work as well."
I think I might. Let me see what packs I got. I got a Dungeoneer's pack. I think that's got some pythons.
That could work.
If we need to, we could use some of my crossbow bolts.
I mean,
Orvex kind of chimes in. I'm not sure if an arrow would hold that. I like the python idea a lot more better.
It's kind of what they're made for.
That's true. But
I mean,
I like this, above game, we're all thinking rationally about this one. I think because it's yeah, we're all a bunch of dorks, but we don't want to die to lava.
Mm-hmm. And Orvex just kind of ponders a little bit as he looks down at the lava and makes his way across. And I'm not sure if I feel as much as I like to visit the shrine. I'm not sure if I want to risk going across there, but I suppose I can at least keep watch around here, make sure we're not accosted while you're over there.
That would be
I
good.
said we should have a small party for this one, maybe 3 of us, 3 or 4.
I
Zeno?
suppose I could keep Yuki over here with Orvex so we have a means to contact each other.
I don't think we should split up, because let's look at our track record with these temples. Half of them try to kill us with traps. The other half take all of our brain power with puzzles.
I understand that, but I mean, I just don't want us to be stuck over there.
You could go ahead and if it's a puzzle one, you can always go ahead and come back to us.
And we can always talk through Yuki, so it's not like we're gonna be losing anything.
Why don't we leave? Can you communicate with Yuki no matter where they are?
Let me check the spell real quick to be sure.
But above game, I believe, was 120, 150 feet?
Let's see. Combat zone. Well, your familiar is with 100 feet of you. You can communicate with it telepathically.
That'd work. We have Dognet.
Yep. I mean, Shiba Inus are kind of like foxes. We have a firefox.
All right. So I'm gonna need a survival check in order to secure the first set of pythons on this side.
I'll help give
And
someone advantage for that because my survival is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I have a
My
+6.
survival is 0, so I have no help for anybody.
All
Mine
right,
is
Elise, go ahead and
+4
make that
and the
survival
second.
check.
With advantage. Nat
There
20.
it is.
Natural 20 for
There you
26.
No.
You find a very good spot to mount the pythons, and you, without a shadow of a doubt, had tied the ropes on that side handedly.
All right, we're good here.
I had the shit out of those ropes.
Right. I'll take
Alright.
the other end and fly on over.
I'll go with you. That way, I don't have to worry about the crossing.
Oh,
Because
before you go, one more survival check to tie the knots on the center of the ropes. Also with advantage, if somebody wants to assist.
I'll assist.
I'll assist.
Okay. Another
There it
nat
is.
Another
20.
nat 20.
Ooh.
Good.
Thank
Good.
God for that advantage.
The firmest ropes.
Hell to hell, let's rock.
Round 1. Or round 2. So, yeah, you handily tie those knots as well. All right, who's gonna go across and
I'll go across with Dan.
All right. And I'll describe this scene for you two as you go to fight over towards the shrine. This is the shrine. Herder. Ah, there it is. But yeah, from where you can see, yeah, it's a fairly sizable walled compound. There are a couple of trees on the other. There is a tree over here that's close to the wall that you could tie your rope to on that side.
All right. I'll tie the rope because I don't know what Xenos is, but I think my survival is higher.
Well, mine
Yeah.
is 0, so I'll just give you assistance.
Yep, I am +4. Here we go.
I needed to give you that assistance.
Thank
Holy
God
shit.
for the assistance.
Yep, you
20 is
avoided
trying
that
to kill us.
one. 22. Yep, you successfully tied the ropes over on that side.
And
All right.
message back to Yuki that we're all clear on this side, so she can tell the others. I don't think she's spoken in front of Tyrant Bane yet, but hey, let's rip that band-aid off.
All right, the rope is tied. It's all clear. Tyrant Bane, you hear the dog talk.
You are a mystical blessing of the gods and must be cherished as such.
It is true. She is a good puppy.
She's
Aw.
just there like, yay.
That's the sweetest compliment anybody outside of Dan has ever given to me. Thank you. She just kind of leans into your legs.
May I pet you?
You may. Right behind the ears. That's my favorite spot.
Oh, wonderful.
The entire time that we're gonna be gone, like, Tyrant Bane's just gonna be pampering Yuki the entire fucking time.
I am scritching the fuck out of this dog.
Oh, yeah. The leg starts to kick up and bounce. You found the good spot.
Oh, there we go.
Good. Thank you.
No, anything, you miracle.
Aw,
She starts,
thank you.
she starts doing that thing. You find that spot. She starts biting your arm affectionately.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
All right. So,
Yeah,
while
yeah, I
that's
got
going
that
on, who
problem.
wants to make their way across?
I guess I will.
All right. Strength check with advantage because of the rope bridge.
Good thing my floating +1's in that. All right.
I think I'll have Dan float near the rope bridge just to help assist if anyone falls.
13.
All right. 15. Yep, you happen to make your way across the bridge.
All right.
If I can support you, I'll look over to Orvex. Do you want me to stay here just in case anything happens?
No, I think you should go with them, to be honest.
Okay.
Who knows what
I'll make
dangers
my
they
way
are.
over.
If need be, Yuki and I can call out. And he's a little kind of perplexed because I'm still not used to that dog talking. My apologies.
All right.
taken.
All right then. They can support Enoch. Surely, I'll I'll give it the best. I'll give this rope the best workout, and I'll start climbing along this rope.
All right, strength check with advantage.
All right, let's go, baby. 22.
Yep, you successfully make your way across.
Oh my god.
Thank God that worked out for you. If Dan had to assist you on Broomback, what would happen is we'd both go down.
No, we just drift like pilot wings. I'll just try to steer you into the rocks. It'll
Well,
be
no,
fine.
here's the thing. If Tyrant Bane fell, Enoch could use both his spells. Hells, if he fell close enough to use Misty Step to first get to him and then try to teleport back up. At which point... Ooh.
Does Misty Step only work with one person, though?
Oh yeah, you're right. I always forget that.
Yeah.
Well, if somebody were to have Dimension Door.
You know what I just realized? I have Dimension Door.
Ah!
I forgot.
He's so useful.
Don't tell anybody you have that right now.
I'm not above game. I have that in character. He doesn't know yet.
There you go.
I like it. You just in character, Zeno completely forgot. Oh yeah, I had that. Oops.
All right.
One time it took me to a dimension that was nothing but cats. Let's see. All right. Wow, I've never been over here. Always wanted to go though.
All right, so that was. All right, so currently Enoch and Tyrant Bane are over. Who else is making their way across?
Zeno's also over there.
Yep, that doesn't matter.
Zeno's over there. Dan's over there, just floating around the room.
Can you say that out loud or in character real quick, Rabbit?
Wow, I've always wanted to be over here. This is nice.
You know, I can understand why you didn't let her come over. I mean, I don't think anyone wants to die in lava.
No, that seems to be a grisly end, but honestly, the lava does have in itself a nice ambience to it.
Smells a little weird though, doesn't it?
Oh, that's to be considered later. I've heard legends from some of the elders about creatures who can live in lava. Can you imagine that?
Imagine some dragons, maybe, but I personally wouldn't want to live in lava.
Oh, amazing. I can't... Oh, smell that air!
Smells eggy.
Smells the brimstone.
Mm.
All right.
Now the rope starts to bounce.
Oh no.
All right. Quick.
Spinning.
Make your strength check with advantage.
Boing,
And you might want to
boing,
go over and help
boing,
them out.
boing,
Yep,
boing.
that was the plan.
Oh, where the heck is my strength? Oh my gosh, poor little brain, that is mine. No, that's
the big
dexterity.
scores.
Where is this? 18.
18. Yep.
Boingy, boingy, boing.
Yep. You guys see the rope bounce, and Wick is just frolicking his way across the rope.
Wig is dancing across the rope.
Yep. La, 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 la.
Well, we have the two ropes, and since y'all are taller than him, I imagine he kind of almost has to hop to, like, hold on to the top one.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
All right.
You are a beautiful boy, but you scare me.
If this boy doesn't die by the end of this, I'll be shocked.
Let's be real. Like, I'm surprised that all of us are alive,
All right.
especially after that last wild surge.
I see where we are.
Yeah.
All right.
We're-
So you guys
now I
are
see.
currently place yourselves towards the northern edge around the wall of this compound, right over towards the northwest corner.
West. There we go. You know, if it wasn't for the shrine that's already here, this would probably make a good place to just set up, I don't know, a hut or something. I mean, no one can bother you unless you want them to, because of the lava pit below. Be kind of nice.
Enoch just closes his eyes and has a very, like, straight mouth thing. Like a witch's hut.
Yeah,
Dan.
exactly.
And
Dan, scan that sentence back in your head.
like, as soon as Enoch said that, like, even Zeno looks at Dan like, bruh.
What?
Why the fuck are you here, Dan?
What do you think? Huh. Oh yeah, she suddenly like just looks in the middle distance.
Jazz music
If there
stops.
was any place for her to hide, it would be in the middle of a lava pit. Because who would be able to find her?
Alright, now we have to possibly worry about death traps and a hag.
Dan looks off in the distance, and I just immediately think of that meme with the guy just on a beach with the sand, just what the fuck?
The best part is it really hadn't occurred to him at all. Just this would be a nice place to live. Wait a minute.
That's exactly
wait a
what
second.
they want you to think.
By the way, above game, I realized the perfect excuse for me not to actually have offered the dimension door. I only have one level 4 slot.
Fair.
So if we need to, I could use that to get us back, but I can't. I could use that to get us over here.
All right. So, as you guys are making your way around the compound, which way do you want to go?
Guess just along the path that we have, because it eventually opens up around here.
All right. So you circle your way around the walls of the complex. You see the very tall shrine that's just kind of sitting out in the middle. And do you circle around the wall towards the front, or do you cut through to get closer?
I would want to go ahead and do a perimeter. I want to go ahead and walk around the front.
All right. Tire Bane, you want to go around the walls? Anybody else?
Wick is going to zigzag through these holes. That is what he is going to do.
All right.
Forget who's the one that has detect magic or
Enoch.
Enoch has it, yeah.
Enoch. You don't mind doing doing a scope of this area, do you?
Fine. Enoch will follow along Tyrant Bane, just flicking on his Eldritch Sight.
Okay. Let's see. You do not currently detect any magic as you're flitting around. Walking around Enoch. I'm sorry, I saw Wick moving and I instantly thought flit. And as you guys get to right here, Wick, go ahead and rewind right there. Let's see. I gotta roll for something else real quick here. All right. I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative.
Oh no.
Fantastic.
All right.
Should have said if we asked if we were being stealthy or not. I could have done my thing.
Oh, I forgot to click my token. Oops.
Oh, dang.
I got
my
it.
Yeah, I
map
did
is
too.
going crazy, and now I'm on the other map.
Well, holy cow, 19. Attaboy, Wick. He is so ready.
All right.
Wood just skids to a halt mid zigzag. Danger!
Danger sense is tingling.
One second, I'm gonna restart my thing because it's like I'm moving the mouse one way and it's going in the completely opposite direction. There we go.
All right. So these things rolled a 16.
Got a 6.
All right. Let's see.
All right, so
Dan, what's your
I
roll?
got
Oh.
Rabbit. What's your AC?
19.
You
Or not
mean
AC,
his
your
attack?
initiative, because we got the same initiative.
It says it right there in the box for you.
-1.
Oh, -1.
Alright, so
so-
it looks like I'm going first then.
Yep. I'm sorry. Try to click wrong layer. Oh, right, that's why. As I'll go ahead and add a turn for you, Dan. You said you got an 11.
Yep.
All right.
One for Wick, who got a 19, is at the top.
All right. Well, he's going to be surprised, however, as well. At this point, Wick, what do you do?
What do you mean, what do I do? Oh, no,
I
there's
mean,
anything.
yeah, well, at this point, as you're surprised, right, sorry. As, it's going to suddenly
Wicked
in a quick
surprise.
flash,
What do you do?
as
Wick now learns the dangers of having an actual spider sense.
He will never
let's
learn.
see,
His
that's a
head is empty.
22 to hit you on the first one, as in a quick flash, appearing from this tree that's about 10 feet away, what seems as almost as flash as a whip, but eventually reveals to be a serpent-like form. Wick, you take 15 points of piercing damage as this snake just coils and springs and bites at you. And let me go ahead and get on the right layer so I can reveal him.
Ah, of course, snakes.
Lava snakes.
But not just any snakes. Super special snakes. And further away, another one, also seeing you, is also gonna go and bite you. But misses with a 14.
Dang, that's some range.
Yeah,
That is
that's
some
a
range,
hell of a
holy cow.
reach.
Coily boys.
5, 10. Alright. So, let's see, that's their turn. Everybody else is surprised. Get back to the top of the turn order. Wick, it's now your turn.
Okay. Let's see. We are going to. What time of day is it? Just out of my curiosity.
It's late afternoon.
Alright, so it's probably not dark. Do I want to use Spirit Guardians? Nah. We're going to use bonus action Spiritual Weapon.
Alright.
We're gonna put it behind this lad.
Alright, let me go and fetch your weapon here.
We're bringing out the oldies and goodies.
Yeah.
My library, where is it? Ah, there it is. Hey, yo. Rod layer, as it needs to get to Turkey layer. Sha. Alright, 15 hits.
Cool. Got submit. With 6 force damage.
6 force damage on that one, okay.
And then for my action, I'm going to use a whole heckin' Toll of the Dead.
Okay, wisdom save. That fails. Roll damage.
Good. Okay. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it's going to take 12. Oh, come on now.
You
It
get 2d12
takes
at
a
this
one.
level.
Yeah, you get a second D12.
Oh, so I do. F. 8.
So 9 necrotic damage. Alright. Yeah, that snake-like creature has definitely seen worse days now. And anything else left for your turn, Wick?
I think that's it for me.
Alright, Enoch, it's now your turn.
Okay. Enoch's gonna use a bonus action to summon his rapier and run up for a booming blade.
Alright.
1 second. 20.
Yep, roll damage.
Okay, so first the rapier, which does 2, and let's see. It's been a minute since I used this boy. So that's 2d8 if it moves, and then I need to roll 1d8 for the extra damage that it takes. 1 second. So it takes 4, and if it moves, it takes 5.
Okay.
Wouldn't the snakes have gone first? They have 16 as their initiative.
Oh, that's right. I completely
You
missed your turn.
are.
I'm a fool. I'm a fool, but it's okay. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
You want to ask the teacher for any more homework?
We'll resolve this after Enoch's turn. All right.
Myself, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll resolve it after Enoch's turn. So, all right. So that one takes 4 damage. All right. So that one, and then
That's it for my turn.
all right. Oh, what's their movement speed like? Let's see. You see this snake climbs down from the tree and coils over here, and then coming from another tree.
Oh, great.
There's another one.
Hey,
That's it.
comedy rule of 3. Let's go.
About
Right.
that.
I'm just imagining all of these snakes just Goku, like, instant transmission popping into existence.
No, as their camouflage just kind of wears off as they actually begin to move. So this one goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This one's gonna wrap itself around that tree. This one's gonna shuffle over to this tree over here, and all right. So we've got. Let's see. You're within 5 feet of that right next to it. So this snake is gonna go ahead and bite you. So it'll take the 5 damage as it actually has to move to hit you.
It bites his metal.
So Enoch.
It bites his metal arm. Ah! What the hell?
So Enoch, that's a 13 to hit you.
Misses.
All right. And then Zettel, this one that just moved into right here, it just jets out and it's gonna lash out at you. It's just within
At
range.
me?
Yeah, it's within 30 feet. These things have a massive amount of reach. As it just goes to rocket forth at you. Hatch.
How much?
That's a 15 to hit you.
I'm gonna cast shield.
All right. So as the
What?
fangs on this snake just go,
In character, like, y'all hear, like, everyone hears, oh fuck! Cast shield.
yeah. So as it lashes out at you, you just see it go clang, and then it just springs back to the tree.
Just hear the Homer Simpson scream.
Blinky snakes. The deadliest snake.
And then this one at the back. See as how you're up front, Enoch. It's going to jet out at you with advantage.
Oh boy.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Jesus.
For let's see, 15 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
As it jets out at you and lashes into the side of your shoulder, on your non-metal shoulder, and then it springs back to the tree.
I mean, both my shoulders are metal. I just imagine it just bites around my chest.
Yep. And that's it for their turn, which will then bring us to Elise.
Alright, well, first and foremost, seeing this fuckery happening, Elise is going to get right about here.
Alright.
Because that's my full 35 feet of movement. Let me just double check. That might be a bit. Oh, yeah, because that was like right there. Yep. Gonna get about right there, and then this boy's getting hunter's mark.
Alright.
The one
As you
that's-
go to move, that same Jakuli that swept the Chult away from you is gonna take an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
13, I assume, misses.
Misses, yep. Alright, well, he's getting hunter's marked.
Alright.
And then shot number 1. 25.
Hits. Roll damage.
8 piercing. Hunter's mark. And Colossus Slayer because he's already taking damage if I'm
Oh, yeah.
correct, right? Yeah. There's 16 points of damage.
We'll flavor this as it goes to lash out at you, and you duck out of the way as it hits the dirt right next to where you would have been. But as it retracts, you just line up your shot and aim true, and you manage to launch that arrow right down its throat, and it's dead.
She just baseball slides into position and lets the arrow fly.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well. Second shot is just gonna go to the one right behind it.
Alright.
22.
That hits. Roll damage.
5 points of piercing. That's it.
Alright. Next up will be Tired Bane.
All right. We're gonna go
Wouldn't
ahead
it be
and
me?
down.
Oh, right. Wait.
All right.
I'm sorry. I clicked it again.
All right.
No.
Yeah, the
Me
turn
next
order's
turn.
fine.
All right, let's go.
Me next
Hold
turn.
on.
Why is this messed up on the turn? I forgot to resort it in descending. All right.
Okay.
So-
now it's right.
Now it's right. Dan, I'm very sorry. It is now your turn.
It's okay. So, I mean, they're lined up so perfectly for it. How could I not? For a good old-fashioned Trabum Lune.
All right.
Shing. Boom.
And I'll do that at level 3. Because I'm running
Alright.
out of spell slots.
They pass, so they take 4 points of. They take 4 points of radiant damage each.
And, I wouldn't have any way to know exactly what their prey is without a check, would I?
Not without spending a turn to figure out.
That's fair. Because I have Minor Illusion as a bonus action as part of my subclass, and I could be distracting them, but I don't know what to distract them with. So, I guess that'll be my turn.
All right. Zeno, it's all your turn.
Well, following Dan's suit, I'm gonna aim right here and hit them with a shatter at level 3.
All right, roll for your wild magic.
Oh boy, here we go. That's a 19.
No search detected.
And ba-boom. So right there, these two idiots are getting a grand total of 19 points of damage if they fail.
Yep, they both fail, so they'll take the full brunt.
Also, Dan, you should just infer their natural prey is obviously pumpkins and robots.
Ah, you know what? That's fair. I should have just.
And
Made
elves.
them
They
beat the play.
did go after me.
Right, but we just happen to have the 2 food groups they need.
Yeah.
So, if I wanted to make it elves, I just have an elf appear behind them. Hi, how are you?
Hey, hi.
His name is Samson. His father was not very original when it came to his name.
All right. Tyrant Bane, it's now your turn.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move 5, 10, 15, 20. Would I be in the moonbeam if I stood here?
Yes.
Okay.
As
shit.
you recounted about how badly that burned last time, or it tickled.
It
If
did
I
too.
recall.
I was lying. That's a joke. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. We're gonna move right here. And Oh, what can I do? I'm gonna go ahead and, fuck it, people were dinged up. I'm gonna go ahead and use my channel divinity.
Alright.
That's an essay, but I'm using the turn the tide option. The turn the tide option allows me to go ahead and heal everybody equal to 1d6 plus my charisma modifier.
Ooh, thank you.
So let's see. Let's get that 1d6 drunk in. Boo! 7. I'll get 7 HP back.
I will take it.
Yes,
Alright.
thank you.
Very nice.
He holds up his battle axe aloft into the moon, and you hear him yell, "For the glory of Ankh!"
Glory.
I recognize Monk.
Alright.
I recognize Unk.
You don't know what he said. He said in the moon. Y'all speak moon? Anyway. You heard the Unk in there. That was a half point. All right, that's my turn, because I can't get
Oh,
in there.
okay. No understand?
Alright.
Okay.
Move.
Moo!
Alright.
Angry mooing!
Wait, can she go? Moo! It's your turn.
Oh, is it okay? Well, I'm gonna go.
Wait, what is the distance? Just need to make sure. How far can I move that? Wanna make sure I can do it. Bonus special one is bonus action and move 20 feet. Okay. I think I can do that. Yep, just barely. I'm gonna move that over to this boy over here. My
Alright.
little spiritual weapon. And he's gonna do a heckin' smack.
Roll damage.
Alright. Oh, son of a... That's right. Gotta do it manually. 17!
Oh, the spiritual weapon, that's a D8 plus your. That's a D8 plus your spellcasting. So.
Oh, is he not injured?
Oh, for spiritual weapon, it's a D8 for
Oh,
damage.
I'm thinking... I'm
That's
thinking
Toll the
Toll the Dead. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
that's
my
you do Toll the
brain...
Dead?
No, my brain is just fried. I'm just
It's
being
okay,
dumb.
Caitlin.
Don't mind me.
Alright, so roll a D8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Did I not have the freaking...
I think you're just clicking the wrong.
There we go.
There
I
you
am. I was. Poor little brain, that is mine.
7 force damage. And yep, you do manage to finish that one off as your spiritual sight just hacks into it and it hooks into the neck of this towards the head and it just slams it to the ground. Dead.
You have been harvested.
Let's see. Bonus action. Repeat the attack. Okay, and then for my action, I guess I'll do Toll of the Dead on this boyo.
He fails.
Goot. Okay, this will be the 2d12. 13.
Yep, and you hear a resounding gong and blood splatters from the head of this creature. Dead.
And does it.
Alright. Anything else?
Does it.
Alright. This last snake over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You're just in range, Tired Bane, as you see like a blur coming from that tree. This snake is gonna lash out and bite at you.
What a brave
Alright.
lad. All his friends are dead, but he's got this.
This is 19 hit.
Yeah, that matches. What you got?
Alright, you take 18 points of piercing damage
Alright.
as it latches out and tears off a small chunk from your neck before it retracts back into the tree. And that is its turn. Enoch, it's now to you.
Well, since Enoch sees all of the carnage going on, he's just gonna point over at that thing and he's gonna start blasting.
Okie dokie.
Does a 13 hit?
That just misses.
Alright, second blast. Oh, he just shoots wide.
Yep.
Oh, that's my turn.
Alright, Elise.
Well, let's see. Gonna move up closer here. Right about there.
Yep, you have line of sight on it.
Yep. Gonna bonus action move Hunter's Mark to that guy. And then, I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot.
Alright.
Hopefully not hitting Tyrant Bane. 27.
Alright, roll your first damage.
12 piercing plus all that.
Well, that one hasn't been damaged yet, so you would get just the 16 total on the first shot.
Okay.
But still, that did a lot of damage to it.
That was max damage for the bow.
I know. Alright, second shot. Roll the hit.
Alright. Second shot. 21.
That hits. Roll all of the damage now.
$17.
Oh, wait. Where's the Colossus Slayer on that one? Can you just go ahead and re-roll that one?
Should have shown up.
It's
Yeah,
a
it shows up as a 6 on mine.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
two, a 6, a
Oh,
6,
so
and a
that's
5.
why. I thought it was the same shot. Yeah, as, how do you want to do the final blow on this one, at least?
Well, he just runs, kind of just snaking the wall, runs over, and then just with a click, like, turn around the corner, just 2 arrows from the same notch, just 1, 2.
Yep, 1, 2, right between the eyes as it drops to the floor dead.
I believe there are 2 pumpkins. Bye-bye.
Yeah, one
If
from
anybody
the
needs them.
Yeah, one from the spiritual weapon and one from the Toll the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Pumpkins.
Yes. Yeah, if you are hurt, my pumpkins, they will make you feel better.
You see, like, when he killed the snake things with magic, little pumpkins sprouted out of their heads.
I
Swords.
see.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
you've
have the
seen those
big one,
before.
Tyrant Bane.
Sure.
Alright.
You don't need to prepare it or anything. You could just
Nope.
eat it as is.
If you want.
Surprisingly
Yeah.
sweet.
I've never had something like this.
So that
Sure.
was the bigger one.
That was the, this one was the Toll the Dead one. This one over here was the, second level one
Yeah,
from the spiritual weapon.
I rolled the Toll the Dead one. Not a lot, but I'll take it.
So, do
for
I roll a
Tyrant,
d6?
hold on. I just need to double check that.
Yeah, I got
I thought it was a d6 per level.
Yeah,
I see a d4 you rolled, Enoch.
for cantrips it is a D4. That's
Yeah,
how I balanced
cantrip
it.
Oh,
It's
for
a
cantrips it is a
D4.
d4. Okay.
Okay,
I didn't
yeah.
realize that.
For you, Rabbit, 2d6.
Oh, hot damn. All right. Rep 7. Hot damn. All right. 1, 2.
Wick hurt and he heal.
All right.
You do both.
So,
The pain is gone from my neck. Huh.
Yay.
as you kind of recoup yourselves as you distribute the pumpkins, palm trees grow in front of this squat building, and worn steps ascend to an archway that forms the entrance. Reliefs of coiled serpents flank the entrance.
Well, if I had to guess, I would assume this is the Snake Shrine.
I really hope Peggy isn't here. After the Brotherhood and the snakes, I don't think I'm up for a battle with her.
Only one way to find out, I guess.
This.
Enoch just kind of deadpans at Dan as blood is still slightly dripping from his side.
Remember
At
the warning we saw in the beginning.
At least as you make your way up, the walls of this rubble-strewn corridor are carved with serpents, and arrow slits are spaced along them every 5 feet. Cobwebs fill the arrow slits and hang like drapes from the corridor ceiling. Above the entrance, a stone plaque bears a cuneiform message.
Enoch
Is
will
it-
head over.
You might have a better luck with this, Enoch, and kind of points to the plaque.
Yeah. As Tyrant Bane and Enoch make their way up and via Eldritch Sight, and Tyrant Bane being able to read this, it says, Moa teaches us that secrets hide the truth.
Okay,
Moa
secrets hide the
teaches
truth.
us. Yes.
Little game real quick. I like listening to different playlists, and today I'm listening to the Symphony of the Sonic the Hedgehog music. And Can You Feel the Sunshine came out. I'm like, if that's not a bad omen, I don't know what is. Like, yay, Sonic Arm music.
See these arrow slits in the walls. Can I make like a perception check to see if I can find anything that might trigger them?
Okay. Yeah, if you wanna make an investigation check.
6.
6. As you're looking around the arrow slits and on the floor, let's see, 6. As you're standing right there, you don't notice anything.
The elf eyes just kind of squint. I don't see anything that would trigger these, but we still might want to be careful going in.
Well,
Could also take a look if you want, just to double check before we move forward.
Sure.
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
All right. Make a perception check for me, Dan.
All right. Perception. I thought it was going to be investigation. That's a 4.
A 4. Yeah. You don't notice anything odd about this hallway.
Seems fine to me.
Let me try something real quick. Tyrant Bane's gonna go ahead and walk outside. How heavy are those snakes?
Mela?
Let's see.
There we go.
Those they're large creatures, so they're fairly heavy, probably.
Answered my question. I'm gonna go
400
ahead.
pounds?
I'm gonna go ahead. Ooh, hey. I see they're also my size. Rad. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a decent piece of debris or rubble, and I'm going to wing that down the hallway at an arc and see what happens.
All right, you wing it down the hallway, and with a resounding thud, it lands. Nothing happens.
Seems safe enough. Seems safe enough to me.
I mean, I could try something. One sec.
What do you want to try?
Enoch will create his dancing lights in his hand and send it down to the end of the hallway, first to see how much else he can illuminate.
All right, and I'll reveal a little bit more of that as the lights make their way down.
Oh, that's a lot of crossbows.
In the middle of this room,
Bro.
in the middle of this room, a stone cube rests on a plain stone pedestal. Statues of tribal warriors jut from the surrounding walls, aiming bows at the pedestal. The floor in front of the pedestal bears a mosaic depicting a monstrous serpent constricting a furious monkey. Moss obscures much of the detail.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. The monkey was all about trickery, and, well, the snake is trying to kill the monkey. So yeah, not a fan of illusions.
And sweats nervously.
One second here. Enoch
Just
is
as spoken over legends.
let's say above game. Enoch is scoping the area. Hey, does any of you guys got one of those fancy, like, floaty hands that you were talking about
I do.
before? Yeah, here you go. Enoch, excuse me, Dan. We'll keep the dancing light there. You want to just try to reach over there and grab it?
I'm gonna put myself right here, right?
Yeah. It's
What
25
did I
feet.
roll for this?
Let's see. Okay. Make an arcana. I suppose make an arcana check.
The natural 1.
You have inspiration if you want to use it.
Yes, I will. God damn it!
10.
That natural 20 on the other side.
You take your arcane hand, your mage hand, to let's see. Something else on here.
Don't forget to carry.
You go to try and grab it, and it's weird. Your mage hand doesn't quite have the strength, it seems like, to be able to pull it off the pedestal.
Oh god, I was afraid of this.
Mm.
The mage hand is too weak. We have to go in there.
Hmm.
Is there another like larger rock I could get, like tennis
Oh
ball
no!
size?
Wick, no!
Wick!
Damn it, Wick!
God.
All right, Wick, what do you want to do?
Oh god!
What's around?
You're gonna take a look around?
Yeah.
Roll a perception check for me.
Alrighty.
Hey, at least they didn't trigger the arrows.
I see nothing.
Yeah,
You know
you
what?
don't notice anything else about this room. You see there are 12 statues of warriors with bows that are scattered around this room. And you see the moss that's covering the back of the wall over here. Let me get on the right. Let's get over here. Dang it. There we are. Yeah, you just see the moss that's kind of hanging on the back wall, but you don't notice anything else in this room.
Okie dokie. Oh, let's clean that up. Okay, let's just wipe it, wipe.
All right. As you're able to wipe away the moss that's on the back of the wall, there's some other cuneiform that's written on there, but you're not able to make out what it is.
I cannot read.
Let me see.
All right.
And I will trudge on over.
All right, Tyrant Bane, you make your way up to the mural. It says in
this.
Odomuan, "Death rewards a thief deceived. Truth comes from the serpent's mouth."
Death rewards. You said a thief received?
A thief deceived.
A thief deceived.
And truth comes from the serpent's mouth.
Truth comes from the serpent's mouth.
You said there was a monkey and a serpent, right? A statue?
Here.
That's the mosaic of the monkey and the snake is on the floor, right about where that altar is, right there in front of the pedestal.
Can I poke the serpent's mouth?
You poke the serpent's mouth and feels cold, slightly slimy and muddy.
I had a thought. Can I look at the puzzle cube that's just sitting on the pedestal and see if it's an illusion of any kind?
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, now that you bring that up, Enoch, I assume do you have your detect magic sight still up?
Yeah.
You get a sense of illusion magic coming from that cube.
Oh yeah, that puzzle's total illusion.
I had a feeling. It wouldn't just lay it out in the open for anyone to take, even with all the crossbows.
Is anything else in the area popping up, Enoch?
Is there, Milla?
From the statues, you get a fake glows of evocation magic slash conjuration.
Oh yeah, those statues, they're gonna shoot you with magic arrows. They got the same magic that whenever Dan brings out his big moon, along with the big exploding magic that Xeno always does.
Speaking of my magic, I can cast shield on myself and try to grab the thing again, but I doubt I'll be able to be as successful this time.
Truth inside the serpent's mouth.
Elise.
Yeah.
With your passive perception from earlier, actually something else does catch your sight. On each side over here, you barely manage to notice creases that are in the wall.
Hey, over here, and I'm gonna walk over to one of them and just again try to like see if I can reach into the creases and see if I can find anything like a switch or something.
Do you happen to find a panel that slides over it? You find a secret door.
Alright.
Over on this side, let's see. A statue of a coiled serpent dominates this web-filled room. The statue is missing its head, which lies broken on the floor next to a stone cube.
Just gonna kind of step into the room. Hey guys, I found something.
Let me see. Is it big enough that like I can get in there?
Yeah, it's wide enough that a normal person can walk through.
What's that you have there?
Look like a statue. Serpent, the head fell off of it. If the riddle is true, then maybe what we need is in the mouth.
Let me investigate it. I will examine the serpent's mouth.
Okay, you examine the serpent's mouth. Like I said, it's broken. The lower half of the mouth is smashed, as well as one of the fangs on the upper one. It's lying on the floor. It's next to the cube.
Enoch, you got anything from this?
Do I, Milla?
Let's see from that.
Does the cube on the ground look similar to the puzzle cube?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, you also detect illusion magic coming from this one.
That's an illusion.
That one too.
I'm a
I think I know why.
Wick's checking the other room, as she said.
All right. Give me
I would
another.
also. I would go with Wick.
Same.
Give me another perception check with advantage there. Since at least hasn't opened the door yet, technically.
Ah, fair enough. 21?
21. Yep, you do manage to see there is a secret panel over there, and as you open that door, a large statue of a coiled serpent dominates this web-filled room. Clutched in the statue's jaws is a stone cube.
Whee!
All right.
Wait,
Before you touch that, let me check and see if it's an illusion.
Just Wickless looks back. I believe I said we.
Wick literally feels like Zeno grab him like, no. Let me try this again.
He's probably got,
Mage hand to try to grab the cube.
like, to imagine that he has him by the scarf and he's just running in place.
Basically.
We left you already unleashed.
Just they stop. They say stop when Wick says we. And just it's just that like overly giant hand just grabs them and just relax, bitch. I need whimsy.
Alright, so, investigation to see if the cube is real.
Alright. How are you
Guessing?
investigating this?
Well, let me look. I have Moonlight Illusionist, which gives me advantage to discerning the true nature of illusion. So, I'm looking at it, not necessarily touching it because it could be trapped, but...
Yeah, looking at it, make an investigation check with advantage, I'll say.
Right.
With it.
That'll be a 21.
21.
Looks real.
Alright. It looks real.
Wick's fingers are wiggling.
I think we can take the cube.
Ah, mine.
Yoink.
Alright. You have the cube in your hands?
Takes off like a lawn dart the moment we let go. Just
Alright, you have the cube in your hands. What do you do?
We win.
Oh, you guys
Mole.
find it?
Yeah.
Did you? Wonderful. I figured this would be an illusion. The snake did not lose.
That is true. Also, we weren't tricked, so I'll take the puzzle cube and add to the group.
All right.
Let's
You
get out of here
have-
before these crossbows go off. I'm still scared of those.
Hmm.
8
Indeed.
down, 1 to go.
And this is the Moa cube, correct?
Correct.
I was already halfway outside the temple.
All right.
By the way, just
Drag off the temple.
just for the sake of it, when I was in that secret room, we're over here where the arrow slits were. Was there anything on the wall?
There wasn't really anything of note on the wall where the slits were.
Okay.
Just lots of cobwebs.
Okay.
I think some of these hides would actually make good armor back for the sunblades. Let me see. I want to investigate one of the dead snakes before we go, and if it's of good quality, and if the scales are of good quality, that they made good leather or something, I'm appeal it.
Sure. Make a survival check.
What a coincidence. I also wanted to carve.
Go ahead, make your survival checks for people who are interested.
I'd
19.
want to try to extract some venom, but I don't think I have any vials. Oh, wait a minute. Zeno used the lightning potion, so he would have the empty vial. I could borrow that from him and fill it with one of their poison, if they have poison.
Yeah. Let's see. So for 19 and a 22, Dan, I'll have you make a nature check on this
Alright.
as you're trying to examine it too. We'll go down the list. Tyrant Bane, for as much as the flesh of these snakes is not that impressive. You're not sure if this would be any good for like hide perhaps, but nothing like quite sturdy for leather armor, considering how fast and flexible these snake-like creatures were.
Will they make for good eating?
That's a good question. As you manage to huck it through, we'll say that you do get like a like about 10 pounds of serviceable meat off the one that you carve. At least you happen to get a little more better job of carving on there. You get about 30 pounds of flesh on that one. You get the head that you could use that as a trophy. Let's see. For Dan's nature check, looking at this creature, on the head of the snake, it doesn't appear that these things are venomous at all.
Alright. No venom. That's fine. Although, just for future reference, can I have the vial back from the lightning breath potion?
Yeah, here you go. Don't hate me for this, but way to get us back over there.
Alright.
The only reason I didn't do it before is I only have one shot at this, but he's gonna cast Dimension Door right where or right at the other side of the island, back on the mainland.
Right next to Orvex.
Yeah.
You go to cast Dimension Door and just... You find yourself this way over there, and as you port to the other side, Orvex just jumps up.
I have to do this as well. So I doubly succeed.
Yep, you
Yay.
get no surge. As Orvex just jumps as you're... You scared me like that, so... Jeez.
Sorry, Dimension Door, you should know how it is.
Well, what happened over there? Were you successful?
Surprisingly, yes.
Oh. So, which shrine was that?
The Shrine of Moa.
Oh, you're not there currently, as
Yeah.
everybody else is making their way.
Oh!
Yeah,
it's
no,
a one
Enoch
thing?
is-
I thought he
Yeah.
took us
Zeno
all. I misunderstood. Alright, hold
So-
on. The Shrine of Moa!
Yeah, Enoch's just.
So,
I just want to say,
Yep.
Enoch's standing next to Tyrant Bane, just like tapping the side of his head. It'd be amazing if he could have taken you with him.
yeah,
Wait.
Dimension Door only works for you and one other person. It doesn't leave a permanent portal.
Oh,
Yeah. That's not like Arcane Gaze, probably the one you're
It's
thinking
just a
of.
glorified Misty Step with a longer range.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
is there any
So-
way I could I can't cancel it again, can I?
No.
Nope.
Well, Technically, I haven't gone through it. I thought we were just able to talk through it.
It's just it's not actual door. It's a poof.
Yeah, it's a proof.
You literally
It's
just
just a teleport.
It's a proof.
I would take Timer Brain with me then, because
All right, sure.
that way it's easier for Dan to take like the other three.
Easy enough.
All right.
And
So
a rope
as
bridge also there.
Tyrebane, Zeno, and Orvex are having this conversation, everybody else that's making their strength checks to make their way back across with advantage.
I thought Dan was
Yeah.
just ferrying each of us back.
Oh yeah, unless if anybody wanted to, otherwise it'll take a few minutes to. ferry
It's
them all
really
across.
preference. Who wants to be ferried and who wants to use the rope bridge?
Boingy, 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 boingy.
Strength check with advantage there, Wick.
17.
Yep,
didn't even
you have
need
the
it,
problem.
Little scamp.
Oh, thank you for the advantage.
Can I argue for athletics because I am proficient in it?
You know what? Sure, I'll allow it.
Soft 20.
Very good.
Dan is just gonna use his broom because his strength is garbage and it's easier to use the broom.
All right.
Sorry, I could only take one person, but
It is alright.
All right.
Yeah,
so
dimen-
as you
Dimension
go
Door is a signature spell of one of my other characters, so I know it very well.
ahead. All right.
He cut out a little
as,
bit there.
as the party reconvenes on this side, it seems like a good point to take a break real quick, because I gotta go bio.
Hey, me
It's all
too.
good.
Right.
Samesies.
I could use some water.
Sweet.
again, same.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's pee time.
Yes, peepus time. Oh, hey chat. Hope you're enjoying the show. I'm always happy when we get through one of these temples and we don't get stabbed and or shot. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. Let's throw up the BRB screen. Lovely art by our good friend over at twitch.tv/Mandaloo and Twitter at MandalooPanda. Make sure to give her lots of love whenever she opens up her commissions. She deserves it. But otherwise, yeah, just sitting back and relaxing. Oh, for those who don't know, I have had a hell of a week. Let's see here. Starting out, my car battery died. Had to replace that. Part of the siding of my roof fell off and decided to start smacking against my house. Had to get that fixed. Luckily for free, though. Thank you, family. And then one of my crowns fell out yesterday. And so I had to spend my day today getting that glued back in. So, yeah. This game is definitely kind of my relaxing therapy for the week. Well, that and my 5 a.m. sessions of typing up homebrew lore. So yeah, sorry if I haven't streamed as much as I said I would last time I was online. I really did plan to, and then everything happened. Oh, such a thing. And then I have to spend tomorrow helping work on some stuff for behind the scenes of Saved by the Spell, so that way we'll have some more fun this coming Saturday, because we're doing back-to-back sessions for it this week. At which point it'll then go back to every other Saturday, so keep your eyes peeled for more of that. Oh, Bob has to cook for all of the dragons, all of the important, scary dragons. That'll be fun.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, no. We're having some pretty good times over in Strixhaven.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Ooh. Also, now at your back, Rabbit, I'll take a quick step away, but I'll be back in like 5 seconds.
You got it.
And I'm back.
Heck.
All right. I'm back.
And I return.
Excellent.
Yeah. But I've been on a big Deep Space Nine kick because I found Cisco's very interesting line delivery is perfect for when you're trying to write lore in a D&D setting.
People are dying every day.
Yeah.
I remember that speech was probably one of the ones that just stuck me. I only ever saw that episode once.
Oh yeah, no, I've got a bunch of friends who are all Star Trek fans, and I was always a Star Wars fan, so I never really got into it. But then they sat down one night, and they're like, "Okay, Vaughn, what do you like?" And I explained. They're like, "Okay, Vaughn, here's Deep Space Nine." And so we started watching it, and I immediately fell in love with the entire cast because I just love the idea of these put-upon space bureaucrats trying to stop things from falling apart.
It's so good, dude. Deep Space Nine has one of my favorite villains of all time. Like, Gultu Cut is such a treasure.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, you
that
missed
one
it.
episode where it's just those two in a cave.
Yeah, I was talking with Zako the other night while he was doing Pokemon Arceus, and I was like, so I've learned two things by getting most of the way through Season 2 of DS9, and that's that Odo and Quark had the best A-plot episodes, and Gultu Ka is not afraid to punch a bitch in the face.
Love him. He's so. Have you finished Deep Space Nine?
No, I'm just about at the end of Season 2. I just finished the crossover episode.
Okay.
Oh, fun.
And dude, all I can say is Quark just gets better. What a treasure.
Oh yeah,
my
no.
God,
Like I
yes.
said, last night at 4 a.m. while I was still working on Warlock lore, I was watching DS9 on the other monitor, and I got to the point where he's talking with the Vulcan lady and gives her the whole speech on Ferengi Rule of Acquisitions Rule number 3. And I was just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna make a goblin character, and he's just gonna be Quark.
Yep.
It's
so good.
It's funny. Like, you'll find goblins in fantasy after Deep Space Nine and Ferengis take a lot off of each other. Like, they're both copying each other's homework and they're both writing the same book.
But everyone still likes it because they're charming.
Yep.
God, and Rom's such a sweet baby. Like,
He is. He's a good boy.
There you go, Rom. You actually saved your brother's life. Oh!
God. No, there's so much. There's too many characters that count that I really like in Deep Space Nine. Like, oh my god, I love Odo. Odo's one of my favorite characters in anything written.
Oh yeah.
Because like he has the air of a noir detective, right?
Oh,
like
that was my favorite of his episodes when they actually do the flashback to when he first started being a chief of security.
God, he just has this fucking noir attitude. I'm here for him. I'm here for him all the time.
Oh yeah.
That's a noir, and he carries himself so highly in that
Yeah.
position.
Like in that episode I was just talking about, the flashback one. The second I saw it, I was like, okay, I need to remember to go back and get a screenshot of this because I'm going to use his outfit as a reference for a commission or something. I was like, yes, give me that quasi sweater like duster that he's wearing. Yeah, no. Now we'll just put a hat on him. Ugh.
Have returned.
Welcome to our Deep Space Nine sponsored break.
I was here for a while, but I've never watched Deep Space Nine, so I had nothing to contribute, and I didn't want to interrupt.
You should. It's good. It's good stuff. It takes its time to get off the ground, but once it does, it takes off real well.
And you have Cisco, the soldier of the three captains. Oh, he's so good.
Yeah.
And then you have Worf's contributions to it.
Oh, so good.
I'll say this, like, in terms of Star Trek in general, like, the one that surprised me that he was such a big fan is my uncle, or on my mom's side. Like, he actually, on all the free channels that you get, like, through like this basic saddle like antenna radio or TV and all that, he watches like the original and the next gen series all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember coming into the living room. It's him and my aunt, and they're just sitting on the couch, and it's the lizard seat or the lizard episode of Star Trek, the original series.
All right.
Star Trek is so good because, like, instead of being so dystopian, don't get me wrong, there's some stuff that is dystopian, but like, there's a great balance between dystopian and just that open-ended wonder that Star Trek has. At least for like the 3 original series. I watched all of them. Trust me, it ends at those. Trust me, I assure you.
That's fair.
It's a
Like,
shame.
whenever my friends are like, "So what Star Trek movies have you seen?" I'm just like, the one where they have to go back in time and build a rocket. They're like, "Okay, good. You watch one of the only two good ones."
I worked so hard as a little kid to get straight A's so I could go ahead and see the Star Trek movie the day it came out. Like, it's... And like, I remember I watched it with my parents, and then that was all good. And then I slinked out all like while like opening, like I must have handed that ticket guy like a handful of quarters, and I was like, "One the movie, please."
All right. Well, is everybody back?
Yeah, I'm back.
So,
I'm back.
Alrighty, then I'll switch on over to the live scene and we can get back on in.
all right. So, with 8 of the 9 puzzle cubes in your possession, there's only one more for you all to head over to.
All right.
I'm guessing it's this one right here in this corner.
No,
Indeed, it would be.
well, that. Then what's
Area
19?
19.
Ah, okay.
All right.
I think it's almost like there was an order that they wanted you to go on this map.
What? No.
What? The
There's-
module has a route? No. What?
I very much
No,
disbelieve
shut
that there would
up.
be a critical path in D&D.
Stop it.
Speedrun 2 of Annihilation, let's go.
A module? Railroading someone? Get out. No.
Wicked,
To be
you-
fair, I've let you guys.
Oh no, absolutely. You let us go wherever you want. I'm just saying modules in general.
Yeah.
Strahd is technically open world, but it's a very small country, Barovia.
Wicker, you heard it all.
Only a little bit. But it's nothing serious. I will be fine.
Oh well, game. What time of day is it?
Late afternoon, early evening at this rate.
You
I
think
love that-
we all should just take a break for right now before we go to get the last one? Because honestly, like, I'm running low on spells.
Of course. This is time for celebration, after all.
I can do a short rest. That is fine.
All right.
Cool, I can do it. Long rest.
I would prefer a long rest. That way,
Same. I'm fine. I just have all of my spell slots are at 1 except for the level 1s. We got this. It's fine.
I only ever used 1 or 2 spell slots most of the time. So.
Don't worry, you can melt acid arrow the fuck out of things. That's fine.
yeah, but I only have 5 sorcery points. I
Ah.
get
I feel like we're doing the Denver Broncos thing from the Simpsons episode. Yes, I'm also a fan of a lifts up beer over mouth Denver Broncos.
Enoch's just
honestly, when I
sitting
was
here
going through, I'm
shrugging.
glad you got that.
Enoch's just
Oh,
sitting here shrugging because he hasn't spent any spells.
What's the name of the guide with us again? Orvex or something?
Yes.
No, okay. Well, since we're going to go ahead and take a rest, I'll go ahead and start setting up, I can set up a nice fire and everything for you guys.
Alright.
And I will set an alarm. Just for safety reasons. And you know what? Also, Dan will snap his fingers and turn Yuki into himself. In the event of hag attacks.
All right.
It's just Yuki. It's just Yuki. Yuki is you, just wearing a sign around you that says, "Yes, I am Dan."
Real
It is-
Dan.
It's
the
that,
real Dan.
Yes, it is me, actual real Dan.
it's that old Looney Tunes gimmick with the Eat It shows where they just put all the signs towards one thing.
I mean, Dan, that you didn't really have to do that. I literally do not sleep. I could just watch you now in your sleep.
True, but better safe than sorry. Now,
don't-
in the event she attacks, obviously you'll wake us up. She won't know which Dan's the real Dan.
Orvex, come with me. I'd like to go ahead and see how your expeditionaries go ahead and set up your camps.
Oh, well, sure. As he just kind of goes to it, and mind you, I'm more of the I'm not really as much of the outdoorsy type as a lot of my other peers are in this regard. I was more or less brought on as a translator and a scribe of sorts to try to find this, but I do my best. I'm just gonna roll something for him real quick. Okay, he goes to attempt to set up to gather some logs nearby and attempt to light a fire, but
I'll guide him and help him light fires and whatnot. I'm not really gonna go ahead and be like, show me how you do it, human. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and just help him chop wood and just go ahead and do some stuff. Just help him along. So, where are you from originally?
oh, I'm originally from place. I'm actually originally from Yanzar. I've been there for quite a while, but originally I've actually fared from a faraway place called Faerun.
Rune. Tell me about this place.
Well, it's Faerun's a very large country, I suppose. Further to the northeast, lots of tales of great cities and civilizations and mighty adventurers have apparently hailed from there as well. But for the most part, aside from the occasional catastrophe, it's rather quite hospitable.
Were you from one of these great cities?
Yes. There's a place originally called Waterdeep. I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
No. All I've known is Omu in the jungle.
Oh. It's truly a remarkable city. They call it the City of Wonders because it's a bustling port city. Not quite too far from a place like Nyanzaru, but it's truly a magnificent city. Just magical feats as far as the eye can see, and a rather storied history of that. But I could go on for hours and hours about that.
That sounds like great fireside tales. Tell me, what brought you to the jungle in the first place? Was it just the expeditionaries needed a translator and you were just on hand?
Yeah, that's quite the way to sum it up. Yes.
Oh, surely you must have wanted something for yourself. Maybe just to get out of the city, maybe see other sights.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to put it.
I too, actually, from the stories and whatnot I hear from some of the more friendly expeditionaries that we've traded with every so often, I've also liked to wonder about going to different places. Although my duty is with the Sunblades, a part of me always dreams to wander. Although I believe that's all of us. I heard from one of the older soldiers back when I was just a calf training that freedom runs red as the blood in our veins. So, and the need to travel. Have you felt this way?
Yes, actually.
then that we're alike then. Come, let me light this for you, and I'll take a rock and strike against my axe a couple times on the fire.
All right.
I'm just waiting for this adventure to be over, and the one like human member of the Sunblades of Napaka is this old ass man. This is my 8-foot tall Minotaur wife, as directed by the clan.
Oh my god!
He's just dangling off of her ultra jacked arm. She's like, I just think he's neat.
My god. You know, above game, if he were offered, he would totally take you up on the offer just to learn more.
So, are you any good at just observing and just dating artifacts and whatnot as well?
Yes. In some of my studies, there've been a few treasures that I've heard about that, if they were to come into possession, I could probably figure out their monetary value.
I have something for you then. I'd like it back. Just yes. He will remove the crown dangling off of his horn. I have no idea what this is. It was off of a very, very angry group of expeditionaries we met a while back. Far before I met you. I was younger.
Oh,
by a couple of monsoons, to be sure. I took this as a trophy. After that, some of the other ones, it was my right. I'm the one who dealt the killing blow. The other Sunblades started calling me Tyrant Bane for just the act of just bringing down this great, terrible person. Although I'm not sure what it's about. I figured out I could pop off some of the rings and whatnot, and then I learned that I could go ahead and use that with Unk's blessing for kind of a one-off thing. I've been saving it actually.
Oh.
But I'm not sure what the rings are made of. I'm not sure what this is from. I know it was on his head, and I tried so long to keep it on there, but the most I've found for someone of my size, it makes the perfect smoke ring.
Well, a shame, really, because this is what they call a crown, Tyrant Bane. Royalty or kings would often wear this on top of their head as a sign of their sovereignty. I suppose would be the best way to describe it.
Amazing. To think of it took down a great champion in battle such as that.
Well, he kind of shrivels a little bit at that. Well, just because you're a king or a royal doesn't necessarily make you the strongest. Sure, you have power in the regard of things that you may do, but physical strength is, as he kind of eyes you up and down, another matter entirely.
I see. So, in this Faerun and this Waterdeep, you said, so they regard different things than the might and the wisdom of the jungle. It's something more. That's a neat question. How are these kings and tyrants and whatnot made in your land?
Well, sometimes they take sometimes it's passed out from family to family. Sometimes heirs sired from the kings will often take their parents' place when they die or when they become of a good age to reign. Or other cases, in cases of tyrants or despots, they often just take power for themselves. But that's another matter entirely. But
can you tell me if this crown was from Faerun and maybe who it belonged to?
With a little study, I could, perhaps. As he kind of looks at it a little bit, and he'll actually take the crown and just place it on the top of his head. He kind of does that little kind of wiggle from the side to side with a slight smirk on his face.
Tyrant Bane
It's
chuckles.
quite
It feels nice, doesn't it?
It does. I just wish that it would be, not quite as tarnished, but
that'll happen from time to time. I just kind of keep it as honestly, it's just a mark of honor from that great battle we fought.
Right. At this point, alright. Gotta look up a spell real quick here.
Speaking of spells, I think I'm going to be, Dan's going to send a bit of a report to Auntie Liza on the whole Peggy situation. I'll be sending that your way on Discord.
Okay. I'll resolve that in a split second. Elise, as you're nearby taking a rest, a bird actually flies by and it lands, basically right in front of you. It's a toucan, and as you look down at this bird, it just kind of looks up at you. In a human voice, which you happen to recognize, you hear this bird say, "I have given it some thought, and I will attempt to rendezvous with you and attempt to continue on for Kupulue's sake. I will find you shortly."
She'll nod and she'll... Don't know if I'm able to respond to this or not. She'll just kind of look at the bird and nod and just say, "Understood."
The bird immediately goes to, it kind of looks up at you immediately. It's like, "Ah!" And it goes to take off right into the air.
She'll just kind of let that go and stand up, walk over to the rest of the group. I got a message from Kawasha. He's decided to continue on with us.
You mean Kupalue?
Kawasha. Kupalue's dead.
Kawasha.
Oh, I mixed up names in my head. Whoops.
It's okay, they are kind of similar.
Enoch will
They
just
both
go.
start with K.
Yeah. Enoch will just kind of be like, "You told him where we are, right?"
I didn't have a chance. I would recognize the animal messenger spell, correct? Being a ranger.
Yeah, I would say that it's normally within your spell list. You would recognize the spell Animal Messenger.
He used the animal messenger spell. I wouldn't have been able to reply to it anyways. It's just a one-way thing.
Well, I could send a message, but I just used my sending spell for messaging a witch from my coven. Can I use a higher slot to cast sending? I don't think so, right?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
You can write 2 paragraphs.
Well, yeah. No, you can cast any spell
I
at
mean-
a higher level. It just it might not have a higher level effect. Just
Okay. Then yeah, no. Then I never mind. Retract that. Then I could send a sending message to Kupalue to give him an idea. I only have 25 words though.
just
I
tell
would
him
say
that.
just
I mean, we're just across the river, so just let him know cross where the tree fell.
I could tell him we're near the shrine to the one near the lava. Let's see. Right, and I will work out that message.
as they're doing this, Milla, I actually had something I wanted to do while we're in this downtime. I want to try to reuse Primeval Awareness again.
Alright.
So I'll pop a level 2 spell slot while we're having this rest, and I'll do that, and I think last time you said I detected fiends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to like see if I can get a better read on that.
All right. As you go to, you sense undead,
Okay.
and you do not detect fiends.
Okay. Was there anything else among those apparitions, fates, celestials, etc.?
Nothing else among those lists, though.
Okay.
Quick glows next to you.
Cause it is
Quick
up.
glows, Xeno glows.
Cause it is up to 6 miles. Cause we are in favored terrain.
Yep. Yeah. For the sake of brevity, yeah, you don't detect anything else aside from.
Okay. Do I know the general direction of the undead?
No. It's you just kind of sense that they're in the area. It doesn't specify specifically where they're at.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah. At least we'll get down and just kind of stand up. Well, I'm getting more undead pings. I don't know where though.
Well, Wash will be happy to hear that when he comes over.
Might be a roving force.
It could
My-
be the same ones from my vision.
My abilities don't give me an exact location. It only just tells me that they exist.
What
Well-
was your vision? What was your vision, Wick?
The city was under attack, and it showed a couple of Walking Dead, and it showed one really big one with the big hat. They looked important.
Big hat. Does that sound like anything the Sunblades ever went up against?
I'm sorry. I'm just kind of working on stuff in the background here.
No, I gotcha.
What kind of hat was it, Wick?
I'm going to assume it was kind of the same one that's on the cover. Yeah, Milla? Educated guess.
Yeah, it's kind of a fandangled hat, like not like very weird looking. Yeah, it did kind of look like above game. Yeah, it does kind of look like the one that's on the front of the module.
Above Gabe, we found the secret or the final boss.
Yeah, Wick will just describe that hat.
Interesting.
Well, until now, I would have said, had big hat with horns. That's probably pretty scary, but given present company, I'm reevaluating my decisions.
I suppose it depends on the horns.
It really just depends on where the horns are directed.
True.
This is true.
Like these horns.
And he pats Tyrant Bane.
These are friend-shaped horns.
Oh, thank you very
That'll
much.
last. They are indeed friend-shaped.
Oh, the dialect of expeditionaries never ceases to amuse me.
Wick does have a way with words.
Yeah, I doubt you've met anybody like Wick. I was in a different part of the world, and I still hadn't met anybody like him.
He beams.
I have not met anybody like me either.
Truly.
Oops, sorry.
There's no village of your people?
Not that I know of. My master made me, I think.
Made you? Huh.
Well, there's an old blacksmithing saying that kind of makes sense. When Shantae made you, they broke the mold.
It is true. But yeah, I grew up with a wizard. He said that I was from a different place. I do not remember it though.
different place. Huh. Interesting. So like Faerun.
I suppose so.
Huh. There is so much outside of his jungle.
Well, if you met folks that were kind to you, I wouldn't mind going back there. It's not like I got a place to go home to.
Oh, you would always
know,
be welcome back at my garden.
Ironically enough, I think you'd actually like it at the university. Might actually help you learn what's up with all the metal parts on you.
I'm sorry, but having seen just one aspect of the student body, I'm gonna take a hard pass.
Hey, don't use me as a parameter for everyone else. I wasn't the best student to begin with.
I mean, can you really judge an entire school based off of one student? Doesn't seem fair.
A university and a school? What are those?
It's a place to help refine your studies. In my case, it was to help refine my magic.
Oh,
My
so like a training ground.
In a way, yes. My mother was the one that had me go here. My father was always more of a fighting type. But it's the same school she went, and I met some of the people that I consider some of my closest friends, and the woman I loved. And his voice gets a little quiet. Things happened.
I see.
If I ever go back, the stories I'll have to tell those professors.
Is that why you're out here? To find stories to bring back to your professors?
You know, I hadn't thought of it like that, but I guess I am.
And these professors, they're the chieftains of your... What was that word? University?
Thinking of a word close that you might understand, they're basically like the quartermasters. The ones that are supposedly better at this than any of us could be at that level, at the level I was at. But I could teach them a thing or two now.
The jungle makes masters of us all.
I heard back from Kawasha. He should be here within an hour, he said, and he'd like to discuss payment when he comes.
What is Kawasha? Is it... I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, he's our guide that got us here. The friend we lost was his companion he'd been traveling with for years, and he was trying to sort out his feelings and if he wanted to continue or not.
I see. Well, I find the best way to go ahead and break tense arguments, at least as far as in my order is concerned. The three always went ahead and did like the roasted meat of some kind. And it just so happens, and he unfurls his pack, and there's 10 pounds of freshly peeled snake.
When you say that, I just imagine you taking the snake like a banana.
Yeah. There we go. I can make ourselves something good with this. We can find something to go ahead and roast it in.
Well,
Alright.
Those roots over there seem promising.
Make a survival check to cook the steak up.
Assist me with this so I don't fuck up.
yeah,
I'll
Enoch
assist.
was- yeah, there we go.
18. Thank you for assisting me so I don't fuck up.
I was gonna say, like, oh no, he undercooked it. The steak's rubbery.
We are.
Decently passable. As you manage to savor it with a few mushrooms you find, and
Oh no, I just realized with the horn growing out of Enoch's head, he basically is now just Snake Eater. Not for
Tasty.
love, but for honor.
All right. That looks. This is actually pretty good. We'll have to hunt some more of those creatures sometimes.
You did a damn good job.
Oh yes, of course. Every Sunblade is trained to go ahead and provide for themselves on the field.
Gotcha.
And the jungle has much to offer: berries, mushrooms. Some of the bark is even edible.
Huh. I mean, I'm not much of a cook myself, but, when you're alone in the woods, you learn how to make things edible.
I mean, I was gonna say, I can't speak for the Patiri, but I know what the goblins what raised me were pretty much similar. If you could ever maybe manage to find a talking point with them, you might be able to get some help from them.
I find with some of the more promising, some of the more peaceful expeditionaries that food is something that binds all of us. We've often traded some of our rations for some of their supplies.
Elise just has PTSD flashbacks to all the berries I've eaten.
And now with Tyrant Bane, you will never have the squirts again.
At this point, as we'll see after your short rest, for the sake of brevity, Elise and Wick, you happen to notice that there is a form of a rat that is slowly making its way towards you, and for the first time ever, you see this rat actually spring up on hind legs, and you see appear before you Kawasha.
Yeah!
Oh,
You can do that?
you are a mouse.
Well, I am a druid after all. I have some basic penchant for wild shapes.
Fascinating.
Anybody that looks towards Zeno sees him get really, really nervous.
Are you a wild walker of the jungle?
Oh, I see you have another one. I suppose that is quite an apt way to put it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Kawasha, and this group of adventurers here are my employer. I was brought on as a guide to lead them here, and oh, yes, since we're all here, I believe there is an important matter to discuss.
Yeah, as soon as he
Course.
says that, Enoch just takes his gold pouch, which has 37 gold and 3 silver, and he's like, here's what I can pony up for it. It's about 40 gold, just about shy of 40 gold.
If you need to refer of me at all, I'm Tyrant Bane of Omu. I represent the Sunblades of Napaka, located to the west down the May Path.
I thought I saw a large contingent of people, not quite similar to you actually, leading looked like some other brigands out. Huh,
Yes,
good to know
we
that
had-
they're on our side.
We had Arcane Brotherhood, I believe they're called. They tried to assault our stronghold
Oh,
over these puzzle cubes, which I believe, and now the rest of the Sunblades believe, are key to going and help end the Black Day. We may
Right.
be able to reclaim Omu.
yes, well. And as Kawasha ponders and looks over to you, Enoch, as far as payment, I think for the time that I've missed so far to catch up, 20 gold should suffice for now.
Alright then.
And still keep it to our original agreement of 3 gold per day.
Alright, that's...
Elise would, oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, that's more than fair, friend. I'm just glad to have you back here.
What is that
I've
you're
had-
trading?
Well, for Kupalue's sake, I would rather see this mission through for him, as well as serve my duty to all of you. Now, what else has happened while I've been gone? You've attained more of those cubes, you said?
We do. We have one more to get.
Excellent. And where exactly is that?
Should be just down
Points.
the pathway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That's rather convenient to have it this close.
We're almost there. Also, you missed some enemies. There was a Tabaxi man who tried to kill us. He's gone now. We found the hag that I've been searching for, but no idea where she is now.
Took a
She
lock
could
of his
be-
hair.
Yeah, still coming to terms with that. Could be spying on us at any moment. Or me, specifically, because my hair, he'll flip his hair a little bit.
That's rather strange for a creature to just take your hair. But
It's for spying on us. There could potentially be other uses that I'm unaware of right now, but if I were a betting man, I would bet that it was mostly to spy and locate me at any time she so pleases.
that is rather concerning, but at any rate. Well, shall we continue on then?
Please,
For
what
that. Zeno walks up to Kawasha, hands him another 20 gold. I know I am in no way able to apologize fully for what I did. You don't have to take this if you don't want to, but consider it the first of many apologies from me.
He holds up his hand as you go to offer the coin purse towards him, and he says, I appreciate the sentiment for the gold payment, but... And he kind of looks over towards Enoch. He has paid me for what has been owed thus far, and... all that I ask in return at this point is... at least attempt to better control that. I know that's a lot to ask, but... some penchant of... making sure something like that doesn't happen again is all I ask for.
Let me put it this way. If I could have controlled it, he wouldn't have been touched. None of you would have. I'm sorry.
Let's we get this over with then, as Kawasha begins to step forward and make his way towards the shrine.
Elise is gonna kind of just walk next to him and say, by the way, you should probably know we're not gonna be short of any undead anytime soon. I think we may have some on the horizon.
Well, I hope that we deal with them as they come. The less of them there are in the jungles, the better.
I haven't really used it much, but I do have an ability to sort of tap into nature and sense the presence of things.
Fascinating. I suppose I could call on you to use that ability more often. That would really benefit my mission.
If you ever need it. It doesn't give me an exact location or numbers, but it gives me a general idea.
Thank you. That is good news indeed.
So are we doing a short rest or a long rest?
Yeah, actually, I was confused about that above game as well.
Yeah, because
I thought we were doing a short
long.
rest. It sounded like.
I want,
I'm sorry.
like, I need a long rest. I only have one.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
stop by the
Alright.
Costco. No one's gotten anything in the tank.
I'm very sorry about that. I thought it was implied that it was a short rest. So if you wanted to stop and do a short rest, we could.
You mean
Especially after both of those sending spells, I have next to nothing. I have 5 slots total.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
So
when you said short rest, I was just like, okay, well, rolling this hit dice.
Let's say
if you want to
it
tuck
would
the
make
long
sense,
rest
like, if
after-
it's that late in the day, like, just go ahead and take a long rest so we can have as much daylight as possible.
Yeah.
Let's just
Yeah.
set
I'm
up
sorry
camp.
for misinterpreting that, but yeah, we can. Let's see.
Why didn't it take away our long rest button? That would have made things so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah,
probably
bad-
some idiosyncrasy when the program is being updated.
Alright. Draco, go ahead and roll a percentile for me.
Sure. That'll be a 31.
31. Okay. Alright. Let me just get this set up here as
Oh boy.
during your long rest, something may happen.
Hey.
Should be worth note that Elise would probably take the first half of the long rest for her trance and spend the second half just being alert.
Like
Yuki
Enoch said,
still-
he'll probably spend his his watch just watching Dan.
And Dan and Yuki are gonna be identical. Just to be safe.
You say that, but I imagine with the way Yuki sleeps, one Dan will be curled up in a ball trying to put his nose on his butt.
I mean, it's a very good illusion. She could just be sleeping normal even though she is not sleeping normal.
I like my boy better.
Something's weird with my dog. You just hold up a ball of clay.
Still gotta look for the stuff.
Though I do have to say, that's one of the few good things about being a warlock. I don't have to worry about ever counting down my spells in Roll20. All I need to do is count to 2. I don't even know when I get my 3rd spell slot. That's something to look up. But now I just imagine Enoch during the entire watch just sitting like a foot away from Dan, snake on a stick, just like, riveting.
It's some good snake. Tirebane's right. We need to kill more of this.
Yeah, exactly. Then occasionally you'll think about, man, if we had like 3 of Tyrant Banes, we could have plowed all the fields in our village in like 3 days. World's crazy.
Wait, you're telling me there's people who can plow fields in half a day, and they live in a jungle?
Yeah, no, when you think about it.
And we can, and in exchange, they can teach us how to live here. Oh fuck! I wonder what the soil quality is in the jungle. Son of a bitch! Like,
I mean, it rains a lot, but the heat. I wonder what the pH balance would be like. What's a pH balance? I forgot. I'm a villager.
your computer's like, let me explain that for you.
How did this curve come from?
What's worse is that the computer language is actually deep speech.
I love deep speech. Every time I think of it, I just keep thinking of, who are you? Fighter, truck freak, crazy ass. Yeah, I'll go ahead and rest up. I'll take watch of Enoch eventually at some point in time.
Yeah, just tell me when you're ready for perception checks.
Zen will take one of the watches. He hasn't done that in a while.
I'd probably take one of the last watches.
Alright.
You and
I'll
the
go
dead
ahead
of
and
night
move you
with-
guys over to the map over here. Yes,
You
I
in the
also-
you in the dead of night with the hag. I just imagine you're just walking with Yuki just dangling out of your arms, going wee woo, wee woo.
Alright, setting up the random battle map. Go ahead and place your tokens where it need be, as I also draw out. We'll say this is the ruins of one building off to one side. There's another building that's down over this way. We'll see.
I was gonna say,
No,
why is there
I'm in a
two of you?
building.
Then I stopped and I went, oh, oh yeah, that's right.
There's a door here and a door here.
I need to put myself on the map, so that was gonna be like right there.
Alright, there's Kawasha. And
Move
there's
myself on
Orvex. Oop. I
Dan,
meant
which
to-
one's you and which one is Yuki?
This one is Dan.
It's a very distinct thing we need to make sure we know what it is.
Behold, the skies. As I click that token on Yuki.
What's on the Dan tonight? Sleep. Okay.
All right. Change the music to something a little more quiet. We'll say that the campfire was set up in this ruin over here, like so.
Did we move ourselves to around the actual camp then, or?
Sure, yeah. Place yourselves
Okay.
however you see fit. Let's see, Orvex and Kawasha are over here.
And I guess, let's see, where would I put the alarm spell? At the door or just around our campsite, considering we know she can pop in?
I just want to imagine while they're off to the side, Orvex is just like, so I've been debating cow women.
Hear me out. Others, maybe?
I didn't know I had this, or I like this, but now that I'm thinking about it...
Something has
You know-
awakened in me.
Going to that village, it really opened my eyes to possibilities.
All right.
Well, game,
So-
if you're a furry into bovine, I'm not going to judge you at all.
Yeah, I think it's utterly cool that you want to get into that.
But yeah, no, we made the joke that
It's-
Omu is just Furcadia. Well, we've got their first convert.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I guess I'll just put the alarm spell on top of our camp.
All right, within 20
Not the
feet
door.
of your camp.
Yep.
All right. Who's gonna be doing which watches? Aside from Enoch, who does all watches.
I'll do like the first watch.
All right, Zeno's the first watch. Kawasha will volunteer to take second watch.
So, like, the door's like right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Set myself up right there for now.
At least you can take third. Well, technically third and fourth. She'll be awake for both of them.
All right.
I guess I'll center the alarm like on this point because I think that would cover everyone. It's 20
Alright.
feet out. Yeah, that would cover everyone in the building.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, let's see. Just for the sake of brevity here, on the third watch, Elise and Enoch, I need you two to make perception checks for me.
20.
Give me a second. 17.
All right. Alright. Yeah. You both hear something that's some rustling that's going on down towards the bottom. As you notice that as you're setting up camp in here, you do notice there's a couple of growths that are down in the corner. But you hear some rustling that's coming out from there as
Enoch just flashing back to the shambling mound.
coming up from the brush. A group of spiders are attempting to make their way towards you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no, spooters.
Spider dance intensifies.
Not the spooters.
All right, and with that, I'll allow initiative.
Oh boy.
Here's the questions. Is it like would Dan's alarm have gone off at that?
Not not yet, because if I recall, you were centering it there.
Yeah, let me, Yeah, I think it was centered right next to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh boy,
Alright.
4. Oh wait. I guess I'll take Yugi's token out so she can be properly in initiative.
So that's
Instead of Dan and cuter Dan.
Dan, the cooler Daniel.
Not cooler than Dan.
Dan,
So-
the Dan with a verified Instagram account.
Veridand.
I'm Dan Veridan, owner of the Dansdale Danadun.
Did do a little dip.
You okay?
No, I'm picturing Dan with the same witch hat he has, but it's significantly taller.
So, Washa rolled a 5, Orvex rolled surprisingly well. Except that he's asleep. Alright. Start descending. Orvex, he's asleep, so nothing happens. Elise, you are not surprised. What do you do?
Alright, Lisa's gonna just kind of look over to Zeno and just kind of like lightly, like with her foot, just kind of like lightly tap him awake.
Yeah.
And just say, spiders.
Spooters.
Gotta go ahead and just bonus action Hunter's Mark this one right here.
Alright.
Soft 20 to hit,
Yep, that'll hit.
12, and then only Hunter's Mark. So that's 15 damage total.
15, a very sizable blow on that one, but that spider is still standing.
Oh no.
These are tough spiders.
21.
That'll hit.
Oh no. Advanced spiders.
Plus Slayer this time. So that's 17 points of damage.
Yep, with your 2 arrows, you get an explosion of viscera on the second arrow, as that spider is now dead.
And she'll take like a 5-foot step this way, and that's turn.
Alright. Tyrant Bay, you're asleep.
Alright. I need to be awakened, or I need to roll something to...
Roll a
Unsleep.
perception check for me.
We're so good at these. Alright. That's a 6.
Yep, you don't hear anything, so you're still
It sounded like birds with bows.
Alright, Wick, perception check from you.
I have been told spooters.
I believe it was the action to, for Wick, or it was an action for Zella to be woken up, but a perception.
Yeah, I woke Zen up, not.
Oh, my apologies. I thought I.
Okay. 11.
11. Since you're a little closer, I'll give you that.
Right.
So you managed to startle yourself. You managed to get yourself awake as you look over to Elise and you see she has her bow up.
What happened?
Spiders.
Buddies!
Yep, you get up and you look. Yeah, you see spiders in the corner making their way towards you.
Bean, David Bean. Spooters!
Does that work?
Spooters!
Spiders! He just like kicks up onto his hooves.
Is it wrong? I just imagine the Cromartie high slaps from Wick.
So you're spending your action to wake up.
Spooters!
So you're
I
spending
also
your
imagine
action to
like
wake
if he
up.
yelled,
I'm
if
sorry.
everybody yells spiders that loud, like we all wake up. If we're
Probably.
spiders.
Spider. Yeah, I'll say with your action if you're using that to wake up Tyrant Bane.
It's the frickin' SpongeBob meme. Patrick still half asleep.
Spiders! Spiders!
Exactly. I will kick up onto my hooves. Just Warhammer in hand instead of the axe, because these are spiders. This is chaos control for arachnids.
Speaking of spiders, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30. These spiders are moving very fast.
They have roller skates.
Oh no!
They're making their way towards Kawasha as he's starting to get waking up. And the spiders are all gonna make attack rolls with advantage because he's prone.
He's been away from the group. He's had time to be not attacked.
You know, all of the creatures are wondering, where's Kawasha?
But not how's Kawasha.
But not wise Kawasha.
Or how about when's Kawasha?
Alright, so that's one hit. That's one hit.
How is Kawasha?
2
Regarding
bites.
this, not well.
Oh, it's not looking good as the 3
to be-
spiders are taking the bites on him.
To be fair,
let's-
Orvex is doing a lot worse. Kalash is fine.
Also, I
No,
dropped.
maybe not. Never mind.
I dropped a meme of what I was talking about in the general chat.
Alright, so he needs to make a con save on the first one. He's fine. So he only takes 2 points on that. Second one. Needs to make another con save. He passes, so he only takes the piercing damage on that. Second one. He needs to make another third one. He needs to make another one. Yep, he's fine. So he only takes 3. Ah! Yeah, you hear Kawasha just yelling out of the pain as the spiders are just starting to bite into him. And he's just kind of flailing about.
Welcome back, Kawasha.
Being
glad to
the
hear it.
panic of the group, being the inadvertent take. Alright. Actually, it wasn't that much. But, that's the spider's turn. Now it's Kawasha's turn. As, he's gonna look at the 3 spiders that are in the corner, and he's gonna cast a thunder wave in an attempt to blast them off. Alright, so that's gonna be a con save from those spiders. That's a failure, that's a pass, that's a pass. The spider that's in the back, it's flung back 10 feet. To there, it takes that much damage. That one doesn't look so well. These ones take half that are next to him. Let's see, so they take 5. But, yeah, that's all that he could do. Zeno, it's now your turn.
Right, so now fully awake and then seeing spiders.
Oh yeah, and with that thunder wave, you're all awake now. Easily.
Tyrant
too.
Bane didn't do it.
Yep. Between Tyrant Bane and the thunder wave, everyone's awake.
See this one right here?
Yep.
I'm the shoot. Because he's too, like, he'd probably be too tired to cast a spell right now, so he's like, yeah, crossbow, fire.
18 hits. Roll damage.
5.
For 5 piercing damage. That spider is still up.
Yeah, that's her for me.
Alright. Dan, you're now awake.
Stupid spiders. Trouble, Lune.
That just trouble, Lune.
We're both, it's like in canon, both me and Dad are like, fuck this, I want to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so that's 2 passes and a failure. We'll say that this spider here is the one that failed, and he collapses and shrivels up. Dead. And then this one, these ones next to Kamasha pass, so they only take half.
I just noticed Yuki isn't in the turn order. I think because
Oops.
maybe I deleted the token, or...
Yeah, what was her initiative?
14.
14. Okay, so we'll just have her go after you for now, and then
Fair
we'll
enough.
just get back into the turn order proper after that. So we'll just
Also, I should probably go before Orvex because I probably have a higher dex.
Yeah, because Orvex has a +2, and yours is probably higher.
Yeah, I have a +4.
Yep. Alright, so, Yuki, what will she do?
And, I mean, these are just spiders. Even though it's not gonna... Actually, no, let's...
They're
She's
medium
barking.
man-sized spiders. Just Yuki and her and Dan form just barking at them.
That's what I was imagining.
Well, she... You know what? I think Yuki's willing to make the illusion look like it's doing that.
Sure.
That's
All right, so
I just
she's
imagine
using
Dan
her
running up on all fours. Yep.
Yeah, just actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf running.
I mean, the spell says she walks like a normal person, but in this instance, it doesn't matter. They're not trying to trick the spiders.
Yep. Alright, so help action from Yuki, which will then bring us to Zeno. Or not Zeno, Enoch.
I was say, like, I just went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, again.
Same as before. Bonus action, sword, booming blade.
Alright.
15.
Hits, roll damage.
Okay, first for rapier. That's 5. Then booming blade. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's 10 if it moves, and then an extra. Oh, max damage. So that's 13 damage and 10 more if it moves.
Alright. 13 damage. Oof. Yeah, that spider's looking rough.
And that's it for my turn.
Alright. Back to the top of the turn order and Elise.
Elise is gonna go right over here. And bonus action move Hunter's Mark to this one right here.
Gotcha.
First shot, 20.
28 absolutely hits.
8 piercing and all the damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 13 total for shot 1.
Yep, that spider, you just shoot that one right in the thorax and it drops.
Alright. And second shot's gonna go towards this one.
Okay.
29.
Hits.
11 damage just straight from the bow.
11 damage. All right. That one's barely standing as well. Orvex is going to take a short bow and attack the spider currently flanking, flanked by Enoch. But he misses with that one.
I'm gonna
But
say
he's
it's
going
probably disadvantaged because he's at point blank.
Yeah. Well, no, he's taking a short sword and just going to stab it.
Oh.
Well, he's going to attempt to do it offhanded. That will hit, however. He also gets sneak attack, and he just manages to hug 3 of that thing's legs off as it drops dead. Alright, now that's your turn, Tyrant Bait.
Fantastic. We're gonna go. There you go. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go with the Warhammer, and we're going to smack the shit out of it. Here's one.
That's
Alright.
my beam.
That's not a smack, but got another attack. So, boom, 14.
That will hit.
Oh, sweet! All right. 1. We are smiting. We are smiting with a fucking second
I was gonna
level
say,
spell.
you should get more damage than that.
Yeah.
I would think.
You said it says 1b8, not 1d8.
Oh, that's my bad. All right,
I was
hold on.
gonna say, what's your strength?
You know, for your dice.
One. My strength is 3, so it takes 4.
So 4, yeah, that's I mean, without, I'll spare you the fact that this thing was looking so rough, you didn't even need to smite it. You just Gallagher this thing's head, or you Gallagher its abdomen, and it just goes.
Okay. All right.
And that'll conclude it for combat.
Kawasha gets a little splash.
He was in the splash zone. That's on him.
1b8. Jesus Christ. Okay. It's good now.
Dan will put that down before he takes damage.
My
Fair
nap
enough.
time was interrupted and I did absolutely nothing. I'm going back to bed.
You do that, Wick.
Pulls arms and legs inside Gord.
Before
You can do that.
That's haunting, and I love it.
9 points of healing to Kawasha just because I can.
Alright, yep, he's, let's see, 9 points. Thank you, that's just as much as I needed.
Oh, good.
Perfect. You haven't even been back for a couple of hours, and you're already being attacked.
It's like I never left.
I didn't want to say anything.
There is a be the guide in these lands. Although, he's gonna see, he's recognize these. Giant wolf spiders.
Those things are terrifying.
Like,
Yes.
I'm like, of course you said it was a fucking wolf spider. I hate those things.
Anything useful we could probably get out of them? Venom.
Well,
They are
I
mildly
suppose it wouldn't hurt
venomous.
to check. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to check their burrow. Maybe they might have something stashed in there.
Huh. Okay. I'll take a peek.
At least it's gonna, wander over and just try to sift through, see if I can find something.
All right. Between
you
each
do
of those
that. I'm just going back to bed.
two. Okay. Elise, Vaughn, or Choco, Vaughn. I'll let
Vaughn's
you
here now.
each to roll a percentile for me, since you're checking each of those burrows out.
Oh, percentile. Good. Much better than what
Yep.
I just rolled.
86.
86 from Elise. Okay.
76.
76. All right. Well, it's been a while since I had to look up this table. Let's see. Where's the trade?
Corvax, are you harmed?
You hard?
No, are you harmed? What did I say?
Sorry, that's what I heard. I'm like, oh
I
god.
heard.
That's what I heard too.
I heard
For a
hard.
split second, I heard hard, but I know you meant to say harmed.
I'm an
Oh.
adult.
Listen, you know,
Oh,
whatever he's into.
That's not what I said, but it's so good that we're all venomous children. I love it.
Listen. He
We
was
are
just.
adults.
He was just.
Venomous children.
He was just
When you
dreaming.
hod, you hod.
When you hide, you hide.
Well, no, we were already talking about. He was just dreaming about his future Minotaur wife.
Boner Town.
Yeah.
Bonertown, USA. You got it, Rabbit.
Okay.
We woke him up right in the middle of the good part.
Never fails. Never fails.
Always the worst.
As a dream, he's just getting his neck kissed, and it's just a spider biting his neck.
It went from the good kind of hard to like the fear hard. The fear boner.
There's nothing quite like a good fear boner. Brisk.
All right, so
Where you
speaking
find out
of
the most
things
about
that are
yourself.
hard or things that may be found, Elise,
There's your quote of the session, ladies and gentlemen.
Elise, you poke around in that burrow you find, you find one of those materia goblin masks, and this one has, the wood on this is painted, and this looks, what would this look like? This looks like a, this looks like an axe beak, kind of, where the front part of this wooden mask kind of is shaped almost like the axe part of the beak. And you see that there are some gemstones that are encrusted inside of the mask. There are, in fact, 9 of them embedded in this one.
Do I know specific gemstones or just generic?
I'll determine those later, but for the sake of brevity, each of those gemstones is worth 10 gold pieces.
Okay. Cool.
And for Enoch, you happen to find a scroll inside there.
I'll look over the scroll since I can read anything.
Let's see. I'll have to look this up. Have to look at this real quick.
Lisa's actually gonna walk up to Quasha before he goes right back to sleep, and she's gonna hand Quasha all the gemstones. Say, here, consider it a bit of an advance. They should be good for each for a few days of your services.
Oh. Alright. I'm a buff game. I'm gonna have to make a note of that. Alright.
So I figure it's 3 gold per day, so that's 27 days worth of his services.
Mm-hmm.
I swear Kwasha gets more of our treasure than we do.
Yeah.
Probably more, actually.
It's good to be part of delegation.
I'd say probably 28 or 29 probably days worth of his payment for him. I figure we
Alright.
were going to sell them anyway, and the money could just go right back to you.
Alright, so you're gonna do anything else as you kind of get a closer look at the spell, scroll, Enoch. Doesn't look like there's really. You see there's a lot of runes that are written on it.
So, I can make out letters, but this is magical gobbledygook. I guess I can't read that.
I can identify that for you. It'll take 10
Do it.
minutes.
Do it in the morning.
Fair enough. And just so this ruse will mean anything, Dan and Yuki are going to shift around each other really quickly, just in the interest of making it incredibly difficult for anyone to tell which Dan is real Dan.
Okay. So
And
I'll
then
be nice
go
and quick
back.
enough.
You're the one.
Elise is going to hang out outside of the building for the rest of the night for her other shifts.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Tired,
For the sake of
tired,
brevity-
bitten, sleeping. Just you're the one on the left.
For the sake of brevity, if you were to cast Identify on that spell scroll, this is a spell scroll of Floating Disc.
Huh.
Neat.
Wow, another thing. If we ever find treasure, this will be useful.
Hey, if we ever go back to those kobolds, we'll have a means to deal with their treasure.
At least for an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah. With that watch out of their way, you guys managed to finish your long rest, and that seems like a good place to end our session for tonight.
Hey.
Alright.
Hooray!
Hooray!
You did find some treasure.
I wish to make like Wick and Snooze.
Alright.
It's a good.
Well then, Caitlin, why don't you quickly just tell everybody where they can find you, and then we'll finish wrapping up here.
Oh, okay. Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Caitlin C37, where I paint. I do the thing. If you want a commission, you can find all my information
She's
there.
amazing.
Me.
All right, you have a good night, Caitlin.
Sneef.
All right, night,
Thank
Caitlin.
you. Have a good night, y'all. It was fun. Bye.
Have a good night.
Alrighty, well then, let's move on to the roundup. Milla, where can they find you?
Well, if you don't see me hanging around with these lovely players, which I am very blessed to have, you can also find me on Twitter at @MillenNinjaNerd, where I ponder about my existence in the Twitterverse, as well as on twitch.tv/MillenNinja, where I occasionally stream the odd game, and also on Monday nights at twitch.tv/LeJake, where I play through Trials of Eidos, Legacy of the Deal Breakers, LeJake's D&D 5e campaign. Oh boy, things are really gonna come to a head there. More rising actions in the campaign. What will happen? Tune in Monday nights at 7 U.S. Central, 8 Eastern to find out.
Alrighty. DeLuna, where can they find you?
You can find me still on Twitter at DLuna1338. I am not leaving Twitter because I would want to see the world burn, and it's the easiest way to see that. Plus, I did a smart thing. I just muted Elon Musk's name entirely.
Fair enough. Chaco, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me here on Tuesdays playing Elise. You can find me on Twitter at ChocoZombie101, or I retweet whatever I feel like, and you can find me larking around in Twitch chats as ChocolateZombie101.
Awesome. Dan, where can they... Not Dan, Draco. Yeesh. You can tell that Caitlin wasn't the only one tired. Draco, where
They
can
are
find
both
you?
key names. Hi, you can find me on YouTube as Draco Magnus. You can find me on Twitter at DMagnius, where if you have been following there, you know that I have recently been casted for a role. I am going to be in... Hold on, I had this open. There we
Oh,
go.
do you want me to drum roll for you?
Do it!
Oh,
Okay.
Sure. All right.
I used to be in a marching band. I can keep this up all day, bud.
Okay. I'm going to be in Henry Gold Won't Die, which is a horror comedy podcast about a D-class of the SCP Foundation who just won't die. I'm going to be playing a carnival tour guide, and since this is in the SCP universe, nothing bad will happen at this carnival. It's perfectly safe. Don't worry about it. Ignore the bodies. Bodies? Who said
Perfectly
anything
normal
about
carnival.
bodies? Yeah. Who said anything about bodies? I didn't say anything about bodies. You said something about bodies. We were just having a
You
great
will sign
time.
this document that says you know nothing about the bodies.
We're just having a grand old time here at the carnival. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. By the way, congratulations.
Yeah,
Oh,
congrats,
Yeah, that
man.
sounds amazing. I can't wait to hear
Yeah,
that.
congrats, homie.
I'm really excited for it.
You sound excited for it. You should be.
Yeah.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
I like Bob saying you don't recognize the bodies in the water. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well then, moving on to someone we're also proud of, Rabbit, where can they find you?
Hey, what's going on? My name is Rabbit. I am I'm a variety streamer up on Twitch. You can find me on the Twitch at twitch.tv/HeyMrRabbit. You can find me at Twitter at the same name, Hey Mr. Rabbit. I like jazz, comedy, and what have you. Also writing, photography. You can also go ahead and see my streams where I go ahead and play RPGs, horror games, and retro games. I've been doing a game that's a mix of retro and RPG called Old School RuneScape, which is an RPG that came out in 2001. I'm doing a group Iron Man, my friend Bromad. It's a pretty fun time. We're pretty much doing that all this week. All this week is going to be that. So come on down and you can go ahead and experience the wonder of Galenor, because I have never played the game before in my life, and very, very fun.
Well, then that sounds great. Also, once I'm done with all the lore text, I'm going to send it to you because I think the horror aspect for all this warlock lore, you'll be right up your alley.
Oh, absolutely. Very good. I'm excited. I'm eager for it, actually.
Yeah, no. I'm down to my last 3. I just have to do Pact of the Crown, Pact of the Pipe and Pact of the Egg.
Ooh.
Yes.
Pact of the Egg.
Oh yeah, no. Trust me, I know that people are going to pick that one just for the memes, but I hope they stay for the interesting gameplay meta I built around it.
Pick, man. Pact of the Worm. Get on that one. Get on the worm.
Well, I have a whole
What-
bunch of ideas for the next one I do, but first I need to get this one, all the lore written up in format, and then got to figure out a way to get art while I'm starving and
yeah.
jobless.
Yeah.
Oh.
You are the man of 1,000 ideas. I understand. I still think your Dragon Paladin is probably one of the most fun things I've ever done with Paladin. So.
Oh, that warms my heart to know that people enjoyed it.
AoE cones? Oh, yes. Mwah, chef kiss.
All right. Well, you guys have already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. I will try to stream sometime this week when my body or my house or my car isn't falling apart. Every time I try to stream, something happens, so let's see if I can roll the dice one more time. But it's time for us to raid, and I'm thinking we raid Connor. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah, that's right.
Tiki is streaming,
Connor.
actually.
Yeah,
Tiki the
Tiki's-
troll, and
Yeah,
I don't think we've ever raided him before.
Once, I
Have,
think.
have we not?
All right, then we will raid Tiki. I believe it's Tiki _the _ troll, or all one word.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
And remember, everyone, the quote of the day is, Vaughn was right.
Yeah,
it's Peter,
Vaughn was
it's
right.
Peter Griffin with the banner.
Okay, just gotta wait for that to pop up. It says the raid.
Oh, Robot, thank you.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do the quote of this game. Well, also the raid isn't procking unless anyone else sees it procking on their end.
It's processing
good
on
for
mine,
me.
yeah.
It's starting to, yeah.
All right, well then, I will lead us out with the quote of the stream, which goes to Xeno this time. Don't use me as a standard. I wasn't a good student to begin with. That's my Xeno impersonation.
I don't really sound that high-pitched, do I?
No.
No, but I can only do so many voices. I'm not an actual voice actor.
That's fair.
I leave that to the people with talent who also didn't spend 4 years drinking and smoking at the same time. Alrighty, well, I want to thank everybody for coming out, and we will see you all next Tuesday.
Absolutely. Take it easy, everybody.
Have a good night.
Night stream
Have a
people.
good night, everybody.